Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. Now, I know y'all been feeding for this one because we left you on a cliffhanger. So I'm gonna let it ride fast. Sub, comment, links, all the good stuff down there. And hey, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Was basically we went through the tuning exams. We got our scrolls. We finished with an above average number. We finished with I think five.
Five, yes sir.
Five scrolls. So.
Me and Matafusa 1v1. I rocked his little shark boy butt into the dirt. Then we started the 1v1s. We had a pretty good couple of matchups. Arata fought, I believe, Hatake with the exploding kunai.
Exploding paper bombs.
Exploding paper bombs, that's right. Exploding paper bombs. I believe Suiko fought Hyuga, the Harumi, and got away with that pretty good considering she doesn't use a whole lot of chakra, and the Hyuga seems to be very team dependent. Couple fights went here and there, and now it is Izuto versus Shakutan Lily.
We also
for the final bout.
This probably matters less to others, but the dream state of going through my parents' stuff is still sitting with me. So that still bothers me, and I need to talk to my father about that when I get the chance. So
was that last? I guess that was last time.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So I think you pretty much got all of it. The only thing I would like to amend, because I realized this like right after I signed up last time. Yamanaka Azura, who's organized this tournament, she's the proctor for the third round of the chunin exams. She declared this fight as the 16th fight. It is actually the 15th fight of the first round of the tournament.
Oh,
so,
alrighty.
Fair enough.
Just wanted to correct that for the record.
Yeah.
9, 10, 11, 12,
With
13,
that,
14. He's right.
We will go ahead and play boss battle music. And Izuto, would you like to?
Okay, I just want to say, as we're starting, I figured out how to listen to music and record. So this is great now. This is a whole new vibe.
Oh, good. I'm glad. What did you get? An 8? Well, that's hilarious. She got a nat 1. She
got
still
a nat
almost
1.
beat you.
Well, and that doesn't matter. Numbers are numbers.
Oh my god.
Izuto, the fight begins. She lets out like a war cry, but you're just a little bit quick off the draw. You see her collar of metal flare up red.
Alrighty. Oof. What's the move, dude? I've been thinking about this fight all week. All right. I guess we'll do the opener. We'll go for a Marco Lopez opening.
More of a Queen's Gambit guy myself.
Queen's Gambit. I don't like that. What is that?
You see the air shimmering with like heat around her.
I didn't predict this.
His game plan is changing quickly.
It's like when you get 10 moves into a chess game. It goes to shit.
Yeah, then you go, wait, what is an opening?
I back up. I might as well. May I pull out my scroll and summon Sekhmet? May I do that?
Yeah, you can.
I will go ahead and do that.
So, Sekhmet appears in front of Izuto. You should be able to grab her too, I think. I think I moved her in your thing too, but there you go.
Yeah.
And she will roll initiative as well.
There it is. Yeah, I can do it.
There's 2 of them.
All right. Rolling high, baby.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, that means that she'll be going...
Yeah. It's all right. Let me get her character thing open. I think that will be it for my turn, right? I can't do anything else.
That's your action, at least, yeah.
Yeah, and I move
as Sekhmet is summoned, she lets out sort of an alarmed purr, and she says, that one looks dangerous.
It is, but we have this. You and me, till the end.
She gives sort of a feline grin and growls at Lily. Well, all right, Lily is up. She will go ahead and not waste any time here. She does some hand signs, and 4 motes of superheated flame begin circling around her head. She will go ahead and let's see. What's her movement speed again? Right. Perfect. Because that is a nice line there, I believe.
I don't know. That's not.
That's a line. I do believe that that's a line.
I know. What's a line definition? Please.
Shortest distance between 2 points.
Oh, he got you there.
Fuck,
he got you there.
Up too.
She does more hand signs, and she says, "Just go down quick." And 2 globes of superheated flame combine into a single globe that she kamikami's at you, which is a dexterity save for both you and Sekhmet. And she will actually, you watch as 2 of the motes that she just made will disappear, and well, not disappear. They will join the 2 globes that are already there, increasing the damage of this jutsu.
This is Sekhmet.
Sekhmet and you, make dexterity saves.
Sekhmet, this will be me. Oh, it's the same thing. We both have the same dexterity, Sekhmet. You.
Rip.
I don't like the sound.
Yeah, so Sekhmet saves, but you do not, I believe.
No. First one was Sekhmet.
Okay, so Sekhmet will not save.
Okay.
I guess I should have made you specify, but it's okay, I believe you.
I was gonna say I did say Sekhmet was first.
Okay. So Sekhmet takes 13 points of damage, and you take 6 points of damage. Additionally, Sekhmet gains 2 ranks of burned.
If I were to protect her with a dust shield, and we can do this after because it's a bit late. If I were to do a dust shield, would it protect her from the burning, or protect me from the burning if I were to fail?
Yes, I believe so. Because the dust shield, it's like the attack was targeted against the dust shield, not you.
Okay, that's fine. We can.
However, I think I would probably make the dust shield take the burn condition instead, because the burn condition can apply to objects.
Yeah, it would be a construct. Okay.
Okay. So that's gonna be her turn.
Right.
Next up is Sekhmet. Did you add the damage, by the way?
To both of us, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he had 46. He's good.
Yeah, I had 46. She had 33.
Sekhmet sort of lets out a howl as you see a portion of her fur has sort of been burned off and is still sort of smoldering. Mark off the chocolate for that turn.
Okay, Sekhmet will. Can I make some sort of check to see what this glowing air or hot air around her is?
Sure. This would be probably a ninjutsu check, I think.
Ninjutsu?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you get the sense that this is definitely some like fire nature chakra here, but it seems to be mixed with like wind chakra as well, such that it's not only hot. It's also sapping away the moisture from it. So going into this might not be a good idea. You would probably be taking fire damage if you stay in there for too long, i.e. if you end your turn.
Okay. Sekhmet will go 1. Try to slash at her. I yell out to her to try to slash like around her neck, around the necklace area, and see if I can get it off, chip it in any sort of way. But worst case scenario, just try to hit her. So I guess the priority would be hit her. The secondary thing would be try to aim for the neck.
Right. Yeah. You can make an attack roll.
Segment. Rolling high.
So, Segment does her best, but it's just like the combination of the air, the burn that's already on Segment, it's kind of throwing off her attack a little bit. Lily is able to sort of swat the claw aside before it reaches her.
Okay, and then with her remaining movement, she will go out behind me.
Okay. Lily won't bother with an attack of opportunity. However, they should have happened at the start of the turn. But
Yeah.
You do take, or Segment takes 9 points of fire damage from her burn. Her
9.
burn.
Jesus. Okay. All right. That'll be Segment's turn.
Okay. Segment says, "I'm not sure if I can take too much more of this."
It's all right, Segment.
Izuto, you're up.
Segment, if you get too low, don't worry. You may desummon. I don't want you to be hurt or severely hurt in this fight.
Segment grins and says, "I could say the same to you."
I won't be losing this fight. I will go ahead and try to double jutsu an earthen grasp.
Okay. Oh, I added that to. I think I shared it with you. Let's see. Yeah, earthen grasp. You have a little figure for it now.
Nice.
There you go. It should be shared with you. It should be shared with you too, so you can place them there if you need to.
Oh, it is. Oh, that's so cool. All right. First one coming up.
Is this a save on my part, or is it a thing on your part?
No, it's a hit on my part. Hold on. No, sorry. It is a strength saving throw.
Strength saving.
Yeah. So I guess do it. I guess twice. I don't know if I can earthen grasp you twice. We did that.
Yeah, I mean both of them will try to grab her. So strength save. She will go ahead and try to use her elite tenacity on both of these. Well, first one fails, second one fails.
Mm-hmm.
So she is grabbed by these constructs of earth that shoot up out of the ground.
Mm-hmm. One on her, just for description, one of them tried to grab her leg. As it grabbed it, the other one tried to grab her sword arm. Now she is detained.
Sure.
She will take... What's up?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. She will take... it's 2d6 for each of them, but I'm just going to do 4d6 plus 4 since each of them would be 2d6 plus 2. So she'll be taking 15.
Okay.
As a bonus action, she will then take another 4d6 plus 4. 21.
Ooh.
So as like the arms are like crushing her limbs basically, or the hands are the grasp are crushing her limbs. She lets out a pained howl, and if anything, her like a bit of like, the wildness enters her eyes. She looks a little bit more like a wild animal person, as she's like struggling within these early events. You see the necklace, the collar around her neck glow even brighter.
Okay. All right. I will use my remaining movement to go. Yeah, that's what I figured. There. To just for clarification, to desummon something, would that be an action or bonus action on my turn, or would that just be on Sekhmet?
Sekhmet can desummon herself.
Okay.
I think you probably could have I think it's either an action or a bonus action.
Okay, for Sekhmet, would it be an action or a bonus action?
It would be your action.
It would be your action? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next up is her.
She will make, as an action, I mean, if she wants to do it, action on their turn would be another 2 strength saving throws, 1 for each.
Yeah. The earthen grasp, they don't have HP, do they?
No.
Okay. She will just go ahead and do some hand signs, um, wrenching her arm away, just barely enough so that she can meet her other hand, uh, and she actually she'll go ahead and she has two motes still floating around her head. One of them just like shoots off straight at you.
Okay.
So this would be a ninjutsu attack. Let me double check what here. Just a second. So 14, that does not hit, right?
AC is currently 18.
Okay. So the flame just sort of evaporates, burning off some of the iron dust. She will just try to struggle to get out of this. So this is a strength check, right?
Yes, strength on both. Well, I guess could you do both of them? Because it says as an action, remake the saving throws. So I don't know if she could do both saving throws for both of them or just one.
Here, let me pull up the jutsu real quick. Okay, actually, she can't do well. I guess she didn't, so that works out. She can't form hand signs while she's being grappled in as well.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He said,
okay. Yeah, so she will just try to remake the saving throw using her elite velocity. She just can't get out of the grasp of the earthen grasp here.
Ready.
Next up is Sekma. Actually, and I think I forgot to do this last round, she will use her elite action to try to get up again. You still can't. So you see her, she's trying to struggle out of the earthen grasp, but she's unable to.
He's too strong.
Sekhmet will go ahead and actually let me see. I forgot what her movement was. That's still 30. Yep. Sekhmet will go ahead and move there, and that will be she'll prep a dodge, I guess.
Okay. Next up is you.
Okay, I will go ahead and.
Oh, actually, at the start of Sekhmet's turn.
That's right. That's right.
She does take 7 points of fire damage. I will say she can try to put out the burn with a survival check.
Instead of prepping a dodge, can I go ahead and desummon her?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that. I don't want her to die.
Okay. Sekhmet looks back at you and says, "Don't let her go."
I won't. Farewell, Sekhmet. Thank you for the help.
Sekhmet vanishes in a poof of smoke.
Okay. Here. Is that a perfect 30? Please, for the love of God. It is. I'll go ahead and double her with Agonizing Thorn.
Okay.
Sheesh.
This one, bro.
You will have advantage on the attack since she's restrained.
Alright. That is 1, but I guess for the crit.
Don't tell him that. He's already in a good spot. Oh my god.
Alright, first one is critting. Second one hits. Maybe another crit. No. Actually, does the second one hit?
Yeah, it does hit with a 20.
Alright, that's another 8 chakra. 2, 6, 34. All right, so critting would be it doubles the dice, right?
Correct. Yeah, the dice.
This will be the first one.
Okay.
Dude, he's actually making Lily look like
So
just
as
utter dog shit.
so don't bother rolling the second one just
Okay.
yet.
He
so
said,
as-
don't do it.
As the first one basically pierces through the boiling air and hits her straight in the chest, leaving like a very bloodied mark, destroying most of her armor, and like maybe crushing a rib or two. Her eyes just go wide, and you see instead of her eyes, fire sort of consumes that area, and it's sort of like there's a little like shimmering little like almost whisker off the side of both of her eyes there with the fire that's replaced it. Additionally, you feel the air heat up around you, even from the distance that you're in. The earthen grafts both burn away, and the second agonizing thorn, it gets like halfway to her, and then it burns away as well.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is that it?
You can still move.
Yeah.
He
So I
said,
have 10.
is that it?
Type of Naruto Jinchuriki shit is this, bro? All right. I will go ahead and move 5, 10.
Lily, she takes 2 motes, puts them together, summoning a bunch of different globes, this time 4 of them, as she steps forward. Even the people in the rafters at this point, you can see them sweating. Kenjiro looks very nervous as he like looks down at what's going on in the fight. However, Lily stops as she seems to hear something. Whatever she is hearing, you can't hear it. And a voice calls out, "All right, that's enough." The light sort of fades away from Lily's eyes. The aura around her disappears, for the most part. As you see Yamanaka Azura basically, body flickering in between the two of you, with her hands held out at both of you. We'll pause the music now. She says, "Wow, that was really incredible, guys. I'm sorry, there's only 15 people. So in order to make it an even 16, or rather, there's only 14 people, and if there was only one winner of this fight, it'd be 15. So to make it an even number, we're gonna have both of you go ahead and go on to the second." Lily just sort of looks annoyed, but she nods her head compliantly.
I nod and then I smirk at Lily.
She doesn't seem she like looks at you, but she doesn't seem to have a response. She does look somewhat cowed by this, or by something at least. She said, in any case, Azura says, "All right, go and take your places. We're going to move on with the next round here. Well, I'll be explaining things. So everyone, please line up. All the winners, that is. The losers will be joining the winners for the next round in the observation suite dedicated to Genny. But the winners, obviously, we're going to need to tell you what's going to be the format for the next. As all the winners line up, Azura begins explaining the next round. She says, "For the next round, instead of us choosing who is going to be fighting who, you'll be self-selecting. So what that means is each of you will choose one opponent from this group of people here, from the winners of the first round, and your second round will be against that person. The next round is scored not based on how well you crush your enemy. In fact, it is scored, that would be a point against you. The objective is to find someone who you would be close to 50-50 with, and then beating them, just barely. The idea is to show off your strength and show off the limits of your strength. If you pick someone who's too easy to beat, that shows that you don't have a good sense of how strong your fellow Genin are. And obviously, if you pick someone who is far stronger than you, you bit off far more than you could chew. With that, does anyone have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All good.
It says, all right, well, everyone needs to pick their opponent before they leave the room here. The next round will be in about 28 days or so, almost a full month. You'll have plenty of time to train for both combatants. The fight will be hosted in the Konoha Arena in front of hundreds and possibly thousands of people. Nobles from all over the land come, so be prepared and be sure to show off Konoha and your respective villages in the best light. Go ahead and talk amongst yourselves, figure out who you're going to be going up against, and come to me, and I'll write down the list of combatants.
Understood.
Everyone sort of begins
good. Oh, I don't know how to feel about this.
2 of them go up almost immediately. 2 of the ones who...
The most important characters.
They have main character.
I was about to say, our main character and sidekick, bro.
Just because of these jokes, Kiri Genin number 7 in the credits is just like a 10 Tails Jinchuriki.
I hope so, bro. Alright. I want to walk over to Kenji and talk to him.
Good choice, good
so
choice.
I kind of walk over. I'm just like, hey, Kenji, what's up?
Kenji sort of grins at you, and he says, yeah, I think it'd be a pretty good fight.
Hey,
I
read my
you
mind.
enough, I don't think I would crush you at least.
Hey, you know what? If you think you'll be able to hold your own against me, that's fine. And I kind of put my hand out as a handshake before we walk up there.
He looks at it for a moment and returns the handshake. And you both head up to Azura and sign up.
Next.
So,
I saw Kenji and it felt right. I felt like I had to.
I think I want to go up to Shark Boy since we're both physical fighters, yeah?
okay.
I've talked to Shark Boy.
Looks at you and he nods and he says, are you sure about this? You know, I'm actually pretty good against physical fighters.
Okay, side note. I honestly kind of don't remember his fight style. I remember is he not very physical? Or does he mostly rely on jutsu?
No, he is. He's saying he would be really good against physical.
Yeah.
My whole thing was that I was ranged.
Yeah, this didn't come up, I think, in the Izuto fight, but if you recall, I kept asking if it was piercing damage or whatever, but it was always like elemental damage, so it affected him fully. But
Okay. Then that is not how I remember it. Okay. Well, then I'm out of ideas.
You know what? Never mind, Shark Boy.
Yeah, good one, Shark Boy. Rewind.
Yuhara walks up to you, and she says, I'd like a rematch. Just you and me.
All right. I see where this is going, Hudson. All right, I accept your rematch. Sounds good to me. May the best man win. Fuck.
You both sign up. Lily walks towards you, Izuto. She says, you want a rematch? Or rather, finish our match?
I look her dead in the eye and just go, nothing would make me happier. And while I know we're not the best of friends, let's make our match glorious and one everyone's going to remember. And even though she has a burning aura around her, I still have my dust coat, so I won't feel it as much, but I try to extend a hand for, you know, a sign of honor, not necessarily friendliness.
Excuse me.
Okay. She returns the gesture. She seems a lot more subdued after the fight. especially since it seemed like you kind of had the advantage there until maybe the very end. She doesn't seem particularly happy about the way that fight went, either the beginning or the end. So she takes your hand, and you guys go and quickly sign up with Azura.
No, Lily,
soon,
you're not dislikable.
She looks over at you, and she's, yeah, she doesn't reply.
Yeah, fair enough.
In any case, the remainder
I really wanted to fight Hadashi, but it just felt right to fight Genji.
Who did you want to go against?
My boy Hadashi.
That was who I had. If you didn't choose anyone, that was who I had scheduled for you.
I was gonna choose Hidachi.
I also didn't want to fight him though because I like us being on happy terms, and I don't want to. I know it could be a friendly match, but
While I
want to
waiting,
beat Kenji's ass.
While I was waiting and everything was kind of going on, was there anybody that was like looking in my direction for the fight?
There were a few. There was Ranton Sapachi, who seemed at least intrigued by you. Maybe not eager to fight necessarily, but intrigued. Also, Yotun Kochu, the lava girl.
Yotun Kochu was my second option.
She was looking at you, but she seemed to respect Lily's right to ask you first if she wanted to. She did.
I agree. I can't say no to a rematch.
Wait, Nariba and Hadashi can't fight?
With each of the groups matched up.
No.
Azura dismisses everyone. She says, again, to take full advantage of this month of training. And best of luck. Be sure to put on quite the display. She grins. The teams begin to disperse, following their respective Joni. Kenjiro sort of walks up to you guys, and he pats each of you on the shoulder. He says, "Well, congrats, guys! Made it to the real tournament, so to speak."
Did you have any doubts?
He looked over at Arata and.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know why we're looking at me like this. Okay. Listen, guys. Okay, it's not my fault that I got insta'd by some explosives that I didn't know that she had. Okay, it's not my fault. You know what? I instantly took her down with me and Than after that. Okay, I don't need this hate.
Kenjiro waves his hand and says, "I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding."
He's still going.
Yeah, no, I knew you were kidding, so it's fine. Like I didn't take it personally, so
case,
it's okay.
I don't know. I guess. Kenjiro says, "I suppose you guys haven't given this much thought, but in terms of training, we should probably figure something out. I mean, I could try to train all three of you, but I feel like you might benefit from some more specialized training." He looks over at Suiko and says, "I think I might be able to help you out a bit. I'm sort of a melee fighter too.
Heck
I
yeah.
wouldn't say I'm quite as much of a specialist as you are. I probably could teach you a thing or two in my, long years of experience." He sort of tugs at one of his gray hairs.
Heck yeah. Sounds like a plan, old man.
Yeah, I think I had a few ideas that I wanted to go check around the town, so I'm cool with that, Kenjiro.
Okay. I don't want to leave you guys high and dry here. I can try to help you arrange for people if you need.
Yeah. Any ideas for me?
Kenjiro sort of strokes his chin. He says, "Well, there's always Rasa. I mean, you seem to take to his summoning technique lessons pretty well. I think he can mold Earth Chakra, so he might be able to help you out a bit."
Anybody that's specialized? Actually, no. Never mind. I have another idea for that. Okay, Kenjiro, I'll take your advice on that.
Kenjiro nods and says, "That's good because I don't really have a lot of friends."
You have us, Kenjiro.
So true. Than yips loudly.
He gets a very like long off look in his face, just like, what am I doing with my
Are we that bad, guys?
Yes.
I'm not. I'm amazing.
Okay.
In any case, you all head back to town, unless there's anything else you want to do before you head back.
I'm sorry,
any
but
lingering
no.
questions?
No, I don't want to talk to
Alright.
Nariba or Hidashi because I don't know who the hell I'm supposed to cheer for. Okay, you did this on purpose, and I'm mad about it, so we can leave.
Hey,
Oh
just
my
go ahead.
god, you're in a love triangle now.
You should. Hey, whoever wins gets you. Easy.
Exactly. Yes.
Easy.
They're fighting for my heart.
So,
I have my money on Hidashi.
I also have my money on Tadashi.
What the hell, guys? Nariba's not that bad. Hidashi's cool.
Yeah, but she's gonna get her ass beat.
Bagutan makes things go boom boom. I like him.
True.
Yes, agreed.
So, who would like to go first?
I went first last time. I'll wait it on this one.
I can go ahead and go first this time.
Okay. In that case, you head back to the standard Konoha Street, the classic.
The good old.
Reliable, really.
Old reliable.
The good old.
Also,
baby.
I did want to do one thing at the item shop, but it can be after this.
Sure. Yeah, like I said,
No.
we have quite a time skip here, so we'll have plenty of time.
Yeah.
So I'll say all of you guys probably head back together. Actually, this is kind of this would be like later. This would be about like a week after. So in the meantime, you train with Rasa, I suppose. Is that your plan?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, and you guys can go ahead and put your HPs back to full. That's plenty of time's passed. But you guys are just sort of hanging out, trying to get a spot at one of your restaurants, but finding that there's a line to wait in. So you're trying to figure out where to go next. Kenjiro is there. He's sort of offering to pay. Congratulations of you guys completing your first two preliminary rounds and the first round. As you guys are sort of discussing on where to go next. There it is.
Bro, that's just
I
Jet from
said,
now on, bro.
He gives you sort of a judging nod. His eyes are very like analytical. He's always looking for any flaw, which makes him a pretty good person to train with, since he's not shy about telling you where you're messing up. He gives Kenjiro a quick nod, and he says, "Might want to go check on the kids." And Kenjiro looks confused for a moment, and then he nods and says, "All right," and he heads off in a bit of lightning on his feet going from behind. Rasa looks at you and he says, "This Lily lady, she's at the orphanage."
Oh.
I bolt over.
Okay. He follows you.
I ask as Izuto's running, like, do you want us to come?
Yes, come, help.
Okay, yeah, I definitely,
Okay.
I pick up Than, throw him on my shoulder, and zoom on after.
All right. Does Suiko follow along as well?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I'm already activating my dust code and getting really aggressive.
So you guys all end up at the orphanage in a very, very crowded room. All the orphans, you see them off in their respective rooms. It's a little too big.
That looks about right.
Change the room. Okay. Lily is seated at the table with Dosho Ginda. There is a bandaged moment. There is a site that Izuto has seen before, but the others obviously have not. Of this massive lion just sort of lying down next to them. Kenjiro is there as well, having arrived a little bit ahead of you. He's sort of seated on the other side. Lily looks up as sort of everyone enters, and she gives Izuto a quick little nod. and she says, "You have a lot of friends."
Is this supposed to be some sort of threat?
Lily shakes her head. She says, "It was going to be, but I didn't realize you were an orphan."
Frankly, Lily, I don't care now.
Stand over by the door.
If you want to settle this, you settle this with me, and you keep the kids out of this.
She nods and says, "I agree."
I give like a sigh. I'm still pretty aware of the situation, but I give a sigh and I get less hostile.
Rasa sort of walks over to you, and he sort of slaps you a little bit on the shoulder, and he points and says, "Give your honors." He points
Sorry.
at Mayhees.
I bow, give my honors.
Mayhees just sort of, he's like cleaning his claws. He is the lion summon of Rasa. One of the ones that you saw in your efforts to train. And he looks up at you and sort of gives this massive yawn. And he says, "You owe me for protecting your younglings, Izuto.
I do owe you.
Keep that in mind."
Anything you need, sir.
He grins and says, "I'll remember that."
I give a soft chuckle, still extremely stressed and anxious.
Lily gets up and she says, and she gives a quick little bow to Dasho Ginda and says, "Thank you for the tea, sir. I'll be taking my leave now." Ginda nods as well. And Lily, as she's stepping outside, she says to you, "If you'd like to talk without your babysitters, I'll be outside." She keeps walking.
I'll move out
She
of the way.
glares at Arata for a moment, but keeps walking.
There she goes.
Outside.
I give no response.
Okay. So you don't follow after?
Oh, okay. Is nobody? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and head after her if nobody's gonna like stop me or say anything to me. Yeah.
Are we joining you on this venture, or
No.
is there
we
a
gotta stay
window on this wall? Can I peek my
well,
head through a
this is
window and
still,
just
like-
watch?
This is still inside the orphanage.
It's still
We'll
inside
move
the
to
orphanage.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I do follow her out and I tell them to stay behind.
Okay.
Fine.
So she leads you to another area in the town. One that you're familiar with, but you've never actually been to before. It's where Dashu Ginda used to work. It's the Konoha Ancestor Shrine. Place you guys there. She's quiet as you guys sort of walk along. As you get there, she sort of pauses at the gate. You can see in the distance some of the monks training. She says, "I apologize. I didn't mean to alarm you. I wouldn't hurt an orphan."
It wouldn't hurt any either. They're precious to me. They're the brothers that I never had and the family that I don't have anymore.
She nods and says, I can empathize. I also grew up in an orphanage."
It's not the easiest, but you know, we're dealt the cards we're dealt at life.
She nods and has sort of a far-off look in her eyes. And she says, "You know, I find myself not actually wanting to hurt you."
Like I said at the end of our match, you're not dislikable either.
She nods. You can make an insight check if you want.
So insightful.
There's something in her eyes, but you can't tell. You're
I'd
not
also.
used to
I just don't. I don't want to. I don't want to pry at her character. I don't want to psychoanalyze her either.
She says, "Listen, on the day of our fight, just if things start getting crazy, just find a hole to hide in and stay there until it's over."
I'll
And
take
with
that
those
advice.
words,
Uh,
she leaves. Unless you have some final word to say to her.
as she's leaving, I kind of call out to her, hoping that she kind of gives a little, like, turns around a little bit.
She
I don't know if
pauses.
she does.
Yeah.
Well, until our next match, Lily, I will train and I will defeat you. But at the end of the day, orphan to orphan, I respect your choices in life, and I'm sure you couldn't have avoided the mishaps. They weren't your fault, and it's okay. I've come to terms with my losses as well.
She glances back and she says, "I haven't come to grips with mine, unfortunately."
Well, if you ever need help, I guess you know where to find me.
She disappears around the bend. With that, Izuto, what sort of training are you interested in?
I was going to do two things. I was going to go to the item shop with my the stack of chakra crystals that we got from the mine.
Which I believe Suiko has possession of.
No, I have them.
Oh, you have them?
Yeah, they're in my inventory.
All right. I thought Suiko was hauling them around for you guys, but maybe not.
No, I think Arata has his for whatever weapon. Suiko, I think, used yours. And I think
Yeah, I was holding on to mine for possible chakra stuff later. Seal stuff.
We'll make this a group thing if other people want things from Shisugi's shop.
I don't think I have anything in mind at the moment. I might later, but it depends how other things go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Izuto, you arrive at the shop. Alone, I suppose. Yasugi literally doesn't seem to notice you as you're sort of like rummaging around, like trying to get her attention. It's not that she's ignoring you. She just doesn't appear to notice you.
I give like a soft little knock on like I guess kind of the door before I come in, or like the wall or something.
From that, she doesn't seem to notice as you walk in.
I walk up and kind of go, "Hey, Shisugi."
She jumps in the air.
Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry.
A stack of kunai onto the ground. So,
I'm sorry. Sorry.
Where did you come from? Were you always? How long were you standing there?
Not very long. Literally just got here. I was trying to get your attention.
Her eyes narrow. She'll make an insight check. She nods slowly and she says, "You need to work on your entrances. Okay, you need to, when you come into a room, you should just all eyes should be on you, all right?"
I'm not very flashy. I'll leave that for the other two.
She ignores you. She sort of she gives you like a instruction on like sort of a modal strut, basically, walking down back and forth, and she points over at you and says, "All right, now you try."
Nice.
I try to I try to replicate the instructions, I guess.
Okay, make a dexterity check. Actually, this could be a performance check. Performance or dexterity.
Hey, we don't get those. Can it be a dexterity though? I feel like I don't have -1 on dexterity. No, I'll make a performance. We don't usually do performance ones.
Okay. You give a somewhat passable, like not horrible, but obviously not great. She sort of sighs disappointedly and says, "Oh well, you with a bit of practice, you'll get." Is there anything? Anyway, what can I do for you?
Izuto. Izuto's my name.
I knew that. I was thinking of something else. I was distracted.
No, of course. I heard your whole thing with the other Yamanakas and the girl after Arata. Trust me, you got a lot on your mind.
She looks like creeped out, like that you know all that. So, okay, who are you? You're one of Kenjiro's, right?
Yeah, the annoying guy with the dog.
Yeah,
And then
Arada and Ken.
yeah, and you know the really cool one, the
Oh,
girl.
Suiko, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm the third member. I'm usually, I'm further in the back. I'm very quiet.
They're the third member? All right. She appears to be messing with you a little bit at this point.
I am thinking to myself, at least she doesn't dislike me.
You got that going for you.
She says, all right, Izuto. Seriously, what can I do for you? I hear that your team all did well with the tuning exams, right?
Yes. It was a really good tuning exam. So I just came here for some knowledge, and you are the best. So
I am the best. Honestly, your stock is rising in my books. You're the only one of your squad that's come to visit me since the tuning exam ended.
Just give it some time.
yeah, the others actually specifically said they didn't need anything. I just came by. So
Works.
Arata specifically was like, I kind of.
I have worked so hard.
She takes a puff of her pipe and she says, well, never forgive, never forget.
Well, I think the line should be forgive, but don't forget.
She says, I said what I said. What can I do for
Fair
you?
enough. Anyway, so two things actually. I found this, and a hander kind of like a scroll thing. I found this in one of like an armory of an abandoned mansion. It was kind of like an unknown weapon scroll. I was wondering if you could kind of decipher it for me.
She takes the scroll. Which scroll is this?
It was the one. So you remember when we did the whole like explosion tag thing?
Yes.
And it was the armory, and I took like kind of. It was like a bunch of chests, and I kind of rolled mid as hell. So I took like it had like weapon scrolls that I didn't know what they were. So I just took like one random one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I was just trying to decipher it, and I was like, if it's a good one, could I take it? And if it's like middle to low, even if it is kind of good, I don't really use weapons, so you can have it. But I just was curious to know what it was.
She puts the thing down. She does some hand signs and sort of pushes her hand onto the seal. And poofing in a cloud of smoke is a pretty long like halberd, like definitely way too big for you. It would be like a lot even for like a big guy to like wield a halberd. It's quite large. As I imagine, probably not your style.
I don't use a lot of weapons. Would you like it?
She says it's awfully big, but the blade looks sharp at least. I might be able to reforge it into something else. Good quality metal. Land of Tea work, it looks like.
Yeah, got it from the Land of Tea. You can go ahead and keep it. No need for, I guess, compensation or anything. You can just go ahead and keep it. I don't plan on using it.
She says, Izuto, if I didn't know better, I'd say you're trying to get on my good side.
Hey, as long as I'm not on Arata's side.
She grins and says, oh, you're quite a bit, you're on the other side of the line from that kid. That's for sure.
God, I'm not even there and I'm pissed.
The other thing that I was wondering, and I kind of like pull out all the chakra crystals. Suiko did a wonderful job of getting all these from a mine. If you remember, we came by last time and they pulled them out. I was just kind of sitting in the back, so I doubt you noticed me. But do you remember them?
She says, yes, I remember. I offered a fair price, but I don't believe you were interested in selling.
Yeah, I think he wants a weapon made out of them or whatnot. They're the same types of crystals as this, and I kind of take off my pendant and I like hand it over. This is a pendant I got fairly early on in my missions. And I was wondering.
This is chakra infused. There's a seal on this. You've been using this, I suppose.
Yes, it refills my chakra, and I kind of saw like the similar color and the similar crystals of it. I was wondering if you could upgrade it maybe with the crystals.
She says, I would need to examine this item first. On first glance, it looks like it's the Sage crafted item. They made a lot of these sort of percepts back then. But I need to double check it. The sealing of whatever is it, it'll take some time to analyze. Probably though, I probably would be able to upgrade it. It doesn't look like it's too complicated. If it only restores chakra.
You can go ahead and take all the time. The chakra that it restores is really useful, but at this point, it's you know, yeah, I'm slowly out leveling it. So I was just wondering if I could keep it. I've kind of have a thing for it now. I like wearing it.
She nods. Yes, I'll take a look at it. I'll let you know what I can do with it. I may or may not be able to get to it before the second round of the chunin exam tournament.
Okay, no worries. If you learn anything from the pendant or anything like that, just let me know, I guess.
Okay. Maybe when one of your teammates come by, I can pass along the message. If they come by, I guess.
If they come by. We say that at the same time.
Is there anything else?
No. Just, thank you for everything. Thank you for your time. I'll go ahead and take my leave now. I'm sure Suiko or Arata will be visiting, hopefully. I know Suiko does like you. Arata likes you, too. I know you give him a hard time, but he is kind of hard to get along with. But, give him a shot.
She takes a puff of her pipe and says, we'll see.
All right. Have a good, I guess, evening or day, depending on what time of day it is.
Right,
Chitsugi.
Evening. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just go ahead and go to Raza. Train with him.
All right. So, what sort of training are you interested in? Like Earth, nature training, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I believe the summoning thing goes by your actual level, so I don't think I could increase to a C rank unless I'm level 5. So I guess it would just be Earth style.
Okay. You can go ahead and look through the D rank Earth release list, and you can add one of them to your jutsu list.
Already.
Who wants to go next?
I'll go last this time because I'm in first. I'm bouncing. You can go for it. Go for it, Suiko.
Okay.
Suiko. So Suiko, you're eating with your pops. This will be like very shortly after, maybe like the next day, after the chunin exam ends.
I was gonna say I did come back. This is after the training exam, so it wouldn't be like directly after the Lily thing because that was like a week after. But just to be clear, I did come back and tell everybody that Lily is not the most unlikable person, and maybe she's just under unfortunate circumstances.
Okay. So yeah, that would be a little bit later, but yeah.
Cringe.
Yeah, but just so for the future.
So Suiko, there's a familiar knock at your door, and Pops looks up to you to answer it.
Wait. At my front door?
Front door, yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I open the door. Who is it?
It is Uzumaki Pakira.
Is that
Looking.
Hokage's wife, or is that the mean one?
That is the head of the Uzumaki clan.
Oh, that's the mean one. Cool. All right. All right. How do you do, ma'am?
She gives you sort of a withering stare, and she says, "I'm fine. How are you doing, Suiko?"
I'm doing quite well, thank you for asking. May I ask why you've appeared at our humble abode today?
She sort of takes a breath, and she says, "I understand that your next match in the chunin exam is against our own clan's Uzumaki Yuhara."
Yeah, we both agreed we'd be a good matchup. Why? Is there an issue?
She says, "Do you truly think that, or do you think that you'll be defeating her easily?"
I truly think that, yes.
She nods and says, "What exactly are you hoping to accomplish by this?"
By fighting Yuhara?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know, just to have a friendly match. I got no ulterior motives.
She says, "You aren't interested in becoming a chunin?"
Oh, well, yeah. I just want to be. I'm here to become a chunin and prove my worth.
She says, Suiko, I would like to have a frank discussion with you.
Oh God.
To facilitate that, I'd like to use a genjutsu. It will prevent either of us from speaking lies for its duration.
Wait, what did she say? What was the last thing she said?
She's proposing that she's going to use a genjutsu to prevent either of you from speaking lies for the duration of the genjutsu.
Why?
So you can't
Are
lie.
you that worried? You're that worried that I'm not telling the truth?
She says, merely a precaution. And besides, I get the feeling you don't trust me very much.
Alright, fine. I tell no lies.
Okay. She asks you to step outside for a moment. She does some hand signs and she says, don't resist, please.
Oh God.
You make a charisma saving throw if you'd like to, or you can voluntarily fail.
Sorry, what would the charisma save and throw do?
It would prevent the genjutsu from taking effect.
Oh, no, I'll just let it happen, I guess. I agreed to it.
Okay. You feel like it's a sort of a strange feeling, as like this sort of shimmering around her hands. Everything like gets a little hazy for a moment and then it becomes clear again. You feel like, would you like to try to speak a lie?
No, I do not want to speak a lie.
I wonder if there's a way to
Bakira
know
says,
if Bakira's in it. Because what if Bakira's
Suiko,
not in it?
it seems that you've gathered some decent allies. Kenjiro, the Golden Fool, and his little associate of misfits. The Hokage's wife, Jisa. What is your objective as a Hidden Leaf Ninja? What is your overall goal?
To become a great ninja and serve my village and my family and my friends and protect those I love.
She says, and what is your plan?
Oh God, that's a hard-hitting question. I would like to contribute to becoming a great ninja for my clan as well, if the clan would accept me.
She says, and if the clan doesn't accept you?
If it doesn't accept me, well then I guess we'll have to go our separate ways then. I mean, no harm, no foul. I'll just be on my own with my pal.
She nods. I see. I think that's all I need to know. Is there any question that you'd like to ask of me?
Yeah, why exactly do you hate me?
She shakes her head. I don't hate you. I hate your mother. She bred it with a simple merchant from the land of tea. Our clan only remains strong, only remains able to contend with the other great clans by keeping our bloodline strong. Diluting it is a recipe for disaster.
Right. Still, why am I bearing the brunt of her choices, though? I am not my mother.
She nods and says, that's true, but you are of half Uzumaki blood. This puts you in a strange position, as in previous decades we never would have accepted someone like you into our clan. But due to the large number of deaths in the Great Ninja War, particularly for our clan, we've accepted you. The question is, if you aren't intending to help our clan first and foremost, should we attempt to cast you out, or should we take you in and hope for the best?
So, would you prefer I leave or stay?
She says, I would prefer that you stay if you're willing to give loyalty to your clan. if you're willing to place them above the village if it ever comes to that.
So, if I were to choose the clan above all else, what does that look like? What would you expect from me exactly?
She says, if it ever came to it, if there was some sort of conflict in the village, and there have been conflicts between great clans before inside of the village, you would side with Clan Uzumaki over your other loyalties. I will point out that I do not demand that you place us above your friends and loved ones, only above your loyalty to the village as a whole, as a collective.
Okay. If I choose the clan above all else and I swear my loyalty, there is the issue of like half of the clan giving me the cold shoulder. Would you willingly fix that, or would everything remain the same?
She says, with your recent success in the chunin exam and your upcoming promotion to chunin, I will attempt to persuade as many as possible. And my voice carries quite a bit of weight with those who would be your most prominent detractors, so to speak.
All right. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I would like to be a part of Clan Uzumaki. Also, if I do, again, once more, choose the Uzumaki clan above all else, what about my dad?
She says, as I said, I hate your mother. I don't particularly like your father, although I doubt he was aware of what harm he was doing to Clan Uzumaki. I would allow him to stay here for as long as he wishes. And I would accept him as a an honorary member.
Okay. All right. Can I make my decision after the Chunin exams? Or is
She
this a
says,
here and now thing?
I would prefer you make your decision before the end of the tuning exams, but not necessarily here and now.
All right. All right. Give me a little bit of time. I will consider everything and I will get back to you then. I appreciate this discussion.
She nods and says, I will say, if you do choose to accept my offer, so to speak, I would be willing to train you for the upcoming tuning exams as well.
Sheesh.
Damn, she threw that out there. Well, no, I have to accept. All right. Give me a few days and I will get back to you. Most graciously.
She says, very well. Farewell, Suiko. I await your favorable response.
Ooh, all right. I give a respectable bow.
She leaves as gracefully as she came, disappearing out of the compound. So, Suiko, what would you like to do for training in the course of this month here? Would you like to continue training with Kenjiro, or would you like to respond to her invitation and offer and try to get some training from the head of the Uzumaki clan?
Ah, damn, do I only get to pick one?
I mean, you could try to split your time. Well, you could try to split your time between the two, but you get the sense that she would not be happy about it.
Oh.
That's not very Uzumaki of you.
Splitting my time between two people, trying to get both options. Okay. Question: can we learn C rank jutsus yet?
Nope. We need one more level.
Technically not. I will say, if you choose to train with Bakira, you will be able to see rank jutsu of the Uzumaki.
See, that's what
He
I was
really
going
hit you with it. He really hit you with it.
He really did. Do I get to know what Kenjiro would offer me?
Kenjiro would offer you basic taijutsu training. You would be able to master a new technique, but it would probably be a D rank.
Damn. Well, I think we all know which option I need to choose.
Actually, just to make this a little more interesting, Izuto, go ahead and make 3 quick ninjutsu checks. This will be for your training with Rasa. And I'll be doing this for each of you to make things a little more interesting.
What was it?
Yeah. 3 ninjutsu checks.
Is this
Very important. Is this related to Earth Jutsu?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it'd be Earth training. That's big.
because I have advantage on ninjutsu checks with Earth Jutsu. Is that allowed?
I'll say not for this. This
Okay.
basically represents like a bunch of them over time,
Okay.
and not just ninjutsu text.
It doesn't matter. He's nasty.
Well, I mean, he still needs to roll twice more. That would be considered 2 successes.
Oh!
Okay. Well, all right. Okay. All right.
He's just better.
So Izuto, you can select a C rank Earth release instead of a D.
He's
God,
just
this-
better.
This opens the door, baby.
You shouldn't have told him that. You shouldn't have told him that.
So Suiko, with regards to you, I would have you do taijutsu checks to try to learn a C rank. If you fail it, you just get a D rank. However, with Pakura, you would not need to roll. You would just get the C rank Uzumaki Jutsu.
You feel like gambling?
All right.
I can have another pet. Let's go.
Shut the fuck up.
I do really want those Jutsu. So I don't get to choose what C rank she teaches me, huh? You already have that pre-planned, or?
No, I would let you select it.
Ooh.
Oh my god. Well, god damn it. All right, I'm going with her.
Okay,
Can
think about your story implications. You know, is that what you
Yeah.
want? There's other things at stake besides the jutsu. You need to think about all that.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I mean, she said she'd let me.
No, to be clear,
me-
I'm not trying to persuade you either way. I was just
Yeah.
making sure that you knew. No, yeah, you do what you want, Marissa. I am not pushing you either way. This is all you, Suiko.
I mean,
Bro, this is my day. Can I find a Jonin or something?
feeling a little trigger happy.
He said, where Edo Tensei Madara at, bro? Bring that ass. Bring
Next
that ass
session,
out.
I'm rolling nat ones, bro. I need to get him on the top.
Okay. I think I will go with her. Not a lot of downsides to joining the Uzumaki clan. I mean, she'll still let me stay on my team, right? I forgot to ask her that.
She said close friends and family, I believe, right?
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
The only stipulation is basically, if it ever comes down to it, that you place the clan above the village as a whole.
You keep repeating that. Are they trying to plan a rebellion?
That would be unlikely, since the Uzumaki clan is like, they got heavily wiped out by the war, so they're mostly just trying to rebuild.
Okay.
If anything happens, it probably wouldn't be them starting.
You said of Earth release, not clan, right?
Earth release, yeah, for you. Unfortunately, you do not have a teacher of your bloodline.
Ah, you're an orphan. Ah.
You want to fight?
No.
Okay.
My mud wolf
Alright.
would eat your dog, bro.
Bro, shut up.
Okay.
It's
I'm
not like
gonna
that.
send. I'm gonna notify Kenjiro of my situation, and then I think I will choose Uzumaki lady.
Okay. Yeah, as you inform Kenjiro, I'll say he'll come to your house.
Sorry, what does he do? You cut off.
Oh, he just as you're informing him of your decision, he nods and he says, I mean, that sounds fine, Suiko. I suppose I'd just point out, keep in mind what the village has done for you, If she had kicked you out of here with you and your pops, I mean, I would have been there for you,
Damn.
Okay, I just want to make it clear I am like more consulting Kenjiro, like as the adult in my life. Give me your opinion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Kenjiro says, well, listen, I mean, it seems like you really wanted to be accepted by your clan for most of your life. So I'm glad that you're sort of accomplishing this goal. I'm just, the clan politics is sort of a nasty thing. So just try not to get wrapped too much into it, is all I'm saying. I think you should be fine. The Uzumaki, they're not really on the uprise, so to speak, right now, so they don't have much, many underhand deals going on. Um, but it's just you're involving yourself in a whole nother world here, I guess is what I'm saying. So just
What?
watch out.
Do
Keep
you
an eye.
really think they're going to take advantage of a half-blood? Like, I mean, what political deeds do you think they would force me to do?
He says, well, hey, listen, I mean, you're not just a half blood. You're damn strong, okay? Uzumaki or no Uzumaki, and you're only getting stronger. So, if you get to a certain level, I mean, they're definitely gonna want to take advantage of that strength, and frankly, of the connections that you've made with others. It's not just
I
you.
mean, if they really like are breathing down my neck in the future, is there really anything like forcing me to stay with them?
He looks at the manor pointedly.
Oh yeah, but like, you know, push comes to shove and they're like treating me terribly again in the far future, like what's stopping me from like leaving and moving out on my own, especially when I'm like a chunin and above.
He nods and says, "Yeah, I mean, that's true. Uh, I can't say what the
I
future holds."
My thought process is I will give this a shot, and if it goes horribly, I'm bailing and I'm moving in with you, and that's final.
Kenjiro sort of lets out a long sigh and he says, "I'm gonna have to clean the bathroom."
You don't clean the. Never mind. I don't want to know. Anyways, that is my plan. I'm gonna give this a shot. If it goes poorly, make room for me and my dad. Anyways, cool.
Kenjiro says, "All right. I mean, listen, I don't mean to be all doom and gloom. I'm just trying to point out the other side of things here. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. I'm happy for you, Suiko. I mean, this is great. I hope it works out."
Do you have experience with clan politics? I mean, I know as a Jonin, you probably get involved with it. What is Kenjiro part of a clan?
Who are you asking? Are you asking
Yeah.
him?
Yeah, let me ask him. How involved have you been with clan politics? You seem very wary of them. Are you part of a clan or something?
Um, he says, well, no, I'm not part of a clan, or at least not of a great clan. Uh, my dad was a bandit. Um, my mother was a woman of the night, in a village in the land of tea. Um, I would be considered non-clan by most people, but my father did run a whole clan of bandits. Um, so I'm a part of a clan, so to speak. Anyway, that doesn't matter. In terms of the great clans, Konoha, yeah, I've been involved with them, and yeah, they can lash out pretty hard if you try to poke the hornet's nest too much.
God. What if I skirt around the hornet's nest? Strategy.
He says, that would have been a smart thing to do for me too. I should have thought of that.
All right. Well, I'll give this a shot. See how it goes for me. Hopefully, it won't end burning in flames.
Andrew nods and says, yep, that's always the hope.
Wait, what did he say?
That's always the hope. He heads off. So Suiko, as you are training with Pakura, you may select a C rank or lower if you prefer a D rank for some reason.
I'm going for those
He said for some reason.
Well, I don't know. I mean, some of their D ranks they're like different sorts of things.
That's true. That's true.
Those blinded chains.
All right, Arata is up next. Arata, what would you like to do?
Whenever my first family dinner is coming back, I need to experience that. This is gonna make a lot of decisions for me depending on as to how this goes.
Okay. Yeah. So the day you come back, there is a family dinner in your honor. As you have passed the preliminary rounds in the first tournament of the chunin exam.
And I remember to keep Than out of the dining hall this time. I remember that.
Let me get everybody here. Where's...
Let me get my notepad out.
Do these, and I really just want another dog.
Do what?
I really just want another dog.
Are you trying to get... You're getting a C rank Earth release jutsu.
Yeah, I know. One of them is Mudwolf.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
What attacks are Lily's?
what type of attacks does she have? Or what is it considered?
They're ninjutsu.
Yeah, but if it's acidic, poisonous, psychic, bludgeoning, slashing, like that
It's
type of thing.
fire. It's fire damage.
Fire.
That's one of the things that it's not immune to. Cringe.
Quite cringe.
All right. So, Arata, as the servants serve your meals, Tazaga starts wolfing down, and Tara congratulates you. She says, I knew you could do it. You and Than, you guys made quite the duo.
Oh yeah, thanks, Mom. I honestly, I'm glad to hear that because it was a struggle, but we made it. It was good fights all around.
Tara sort of she puts a hand up, sort of in pretending to whisper to you. She says, "It took Tazaga 3 tries to pass the chunin exam."
My eyes kind of widen, surprised. I immediately look at him. I said 3.
Tazaga stops eating for a second, sort of glares at both of you. And he says, "It was his fault. He was very small back then." And he keeps eating.
I kind of similar to what my mom did, but I kind of aside, just looking off, and I'm just like, well, Than's not very big right now, but what do I know? It's all good. That moment kind of passes. I look at the two of them. I just go, hey, do y'all happen to know someone by was it Ritake? I'm gonna pronounce it wrong, but
Ritake, yeah.
Ritake, yeah. Be like, do y'all happen to know someone by the name Ritake?
As you say that, the atmosphere in the room changes along with the music. As Tazaga sort of looks up, and Tara sort of looks down. Tara nods and says, well, actually, Tazaga sort of spits out. He says, "Where'd you hear that?"
Well, while we were in the exams, there was this tower, and it kind of went into our memories, and we had to complete a mission inside of the Genjutsu thing. It was a whole thing, but I kind of within this dream ran into him.
Tara says, "You participated in the ancestor summoning ritual, the memory ritual, then."
Yeah, it was at the Shrine of Ancestors.
Tara nods and says, "So you saw Ritake in one of those. If you could, we spent, he was our former teammate for quite a while when we were Genin. It was me, Tazaga, Ritake, just like you and Izuto and Suiko. What memory in particular? We had lots of memories from him."
Well, that kind of surprises me because, to be honest, he didn't seem like much of a teammate. He was kind of escaping from the village. If you want the whole deal, and I won't go through every little detail, but I explained to them how, we showed up and we kind of chased him down, and he ended up leaving, and we realized that I was in the position of her, while he was leaving throughout that whole moment.
Nods and says, "Yeah, yeah, that was my memory. All right. So, yes, he unfortunately he left the village during the Great War 30 years ago. I tried to stop him. But he was pretty strong at that point, quite a bit stronger than me, even stronger than. And Tazaga just sort of glares at her. She becomes silent. Tazaga looks over at you and says, "So, boy, what did you think? What's your take? Enlighten me."
Well, I think my first question for y'all is: did you just try to fight him and bring him down, or did you try to bring him back with words?
Tazaga says, "I tried. But to be honest, I was pretty mad. He had wounded Tazaga, left him for dead. If Zeus hadn't come along, well, anyway, I tried, but I didn't try very hard, to be honest. I was mad."
Yeah,
Tazaga shakes his head and he says, "Of course I tried, boy. You think that words matter at a point like that?"
I mean, sometimes, Dad, it just feels like you can get a little aggressive, and I was just wondering, because at least in the dream state I experienced, I was able to talk him down, and he seemed fairly rational if you gave him a chance.
Tara sort of looks away and Tazaga growls and he says, "It's a genjutsu, boy. You really think that we could have swayed him? He was determined to protect the people who abandoned him at birth. He abandoned the people who raised him. Whatever happened in that little genjutsu dream of yours, don't shame your mother by saying she could have done better."
Oh, I wasn't trying to come at her, of course. I was just trying to understand y'all's side of it, you know? I was just trying to make sure I understood.
"What's there to understand?" he says.
Well, I don't know. Just trying to get the picture. Like you said, it was a genjutsu, so I kind of wanted to hear y'all's side before I made any assumptions based off of everything.
Tamura says, "I mean, it was a bad situation. Frankly, it doesn't put the Leaf Village in a particularly good light. But we had a scroll of defenses for the Cloud Village, the village hidden in the clouds, the Lightning Village.
Yeah, he mentioned that.
They were intended to be used in conjunction with the Uzumaki raid. But of course, Ritake took it. The raid was approved anyway in an effort to end the war. It was successful, but as you know, perhaps from your friend Suiko, many Uzumaki lives were lost as a result."
Well, I suppose if that's all y'all want to talk about it. But the last thing I want to mention, at the end, Ritake said to tell you never mind, Dad. What does that mean?
Zaga sort of looks far. He has a faraway look on his face for a moment, and he says, "Doesn't matter. Just a genjutsu dream, boy."
I kind of look over at my mom to see if
She shrugs. She says, "I imagine during their fight, words were exchanged. You have to understand, Arata, it was a very difficult thing to go through. Well, I'm sure you can imagine. I mean, what if one of your teammates betrayed you?"
Yeah, it definitely would not be easy.
Tazaga sort of looks up and he says, "That's why we shouldn't accept people like Izuto into our village."
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
I don't say anything just because I do have a bit of like fear of my dad, but I do get visibly upset at that. Because while me and Izuto have our moments, he is important to me at this point, so I definitely don't appreciate that, but I just kind of silently look down and I'm like, well, that's all I had to ask about, and I just continue eating.
Tazaga shakes his head and he says, "Look up at me when I'm speaking to you, boy."
Oh god.
I reluctantly look up.
He says, "I asked you a question earlier and you didn't answer.
Sorry, what was the question?
What's your take? What's your take on the situation? Me, Ritake, and Tara."
My take is that no matter how far gone a teammate is, no matter how rough the situation, I don't think in the instance of a true team, it should resort to you trying to take one another down.
That was deep.
Zaga sort of settles back.
And then
And
before he says anything, I kind of like under my breath, I kind of say, just like family.
Okay. Tazaga, you see, he's quiet for quite a long time, and he just sort of slowly nods at the end, and he says, "Yeah, yeah. Who knows, boy? You might be right." Tara sort of excuses herself. She looks kind of shaken as well by this whole conversation. She escapes into the kitchen. Tazaga looks up at you and he says, "You know, I've been thinking a lot about you succeeding me in the Inuzuka, as the Inuzuka clan head. That's still your intention, right?"
Oh, more than anything, I want to see the Inuzuka shine.
He nods and says, "Well, all right, Arata. All right." He's sort of tearful as he sort of continues, but he does not cry. Tara eventually returns, and you guys finish your meal in relative silence. Arata, what would you like to do with your monthly training?
I think at this point, I'm gonna go to Tanjiro. Or not Tanjiro. I keep
Tanjiro's
saying
from
that.
Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer. I know. I correct myself. I go to Kenjiro.
I want to learn sun breathing.
I go to Kenjiro, and I don't really mention what happened at our family dinner table, but I just kind of tell him, because I think just to kind of give perspective into Arata right now, I think his mind's kind of changing a lot on like lethality and fighting and stuff. Not that he's like a pacifist by any means, but he just doesn't like what it sounds like his dad was and what his dad became. So he talks to Kenjiro about if he knows anyone like up at the hospital or something to learn medical ninjutsu. Mainly because like he wants the Inuzuka to be known more for just like brute force, and like he doesn't want the Inuzuka to just be this like almighty fighting machine, but more than that. So he wants to start learning some medical stuff and see if that's something he can like pursue.
Okay. Kenjiro, unfortunately, does not know anyone at the Konoha hospital. He says, I mean, I try to not get hit as much as possible, so you won't see me there.
I suppose that makes sense.
I see what you're saying, though, Arata. It's a path that I actually considered for a little bit, but my chakra control is not up to snuff for that sort of stuff. Well,
that's
there
fine.
was one person I knew, but she hasn't been in the village for quite a while.
Who would that be?
Make sure. And to be clear, this name was before I had learned your guys' names. It's Iseto.
Nice.
Yeah, okay.
That won't be confusing.
Walmart Izuto, I see.
He says, late lady Iseto. She left the village back when the Hokage came into power. She hasn't been back since. I knew her though pretty well. She trained me a little bit. She wasn't my joining instructor, but she helped me a little bit when I was tuning.
Gotcha.
She was really good at medical ninjutsu. I mean, she's good at a lot of stuff, but medical ninjutsu included. I suppose you could try to ask your family, maybe. They could probably, throw their weight around, get someone a tutor or something.
I could always talk to them, huh? Other thing you might know about. the other question would be, would you happen to know anyone that is good with poisons by any chance? Kind of the same realm, medical, like the other side of medical.
Kenjiro says, Shisugi's pretty good at poisons. That's one of the things she does.
I immediately let out a deep sigh. I'm like, Shisugi, like the shopkeeper Shisugi.
He says, hey, well, you could try to get some help from someone in the Nara clan, maybe. They're pretty good at poisons, too.
Well, thanks, Kenjiro. I appreciate it. I kind of walk off and wave.
If you need someone beaten up, I'm always here to help, but...
Hey, I will be sure to let you know if that arises.
All right. So, who would Arata like to approach?
I really don't want to go back to my family right now. So I'm gonna go to Shisugi, I suppose.
Maybe you can bribe her.
I listen. I guess I fear speaking with her sometimes.
Can I walk in with him to buy things, or should I wait?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's
no! I'm here for this event, hell yeah.
If you want to fuck.
Hi, Shisugi!
Did we come here together, or was like Subiko here and I just walked in, or?
Yeah, I think Subiko was here maybe.
Okay.
Shisugi says, "Oh my, it's my two favorite soon-to-be chunin. Only took you a couple days to come and thank your old shopkeep Shisugi for all of her help and her boundless dedication to her craft."
Hey, Shisugi, you know I had to come see you. Come on.
Yeah,
she says, well, all right. What do you want?
Well, I kind of heard that you might know a little bit about poisons and using them and things of that nature.
She nods very suspiciously. She says, if things aren't going well with Nariba, there are better options.
No, okay, listen, it's not. I am not trying to poison Nariba. Okay,
yeah, he's got a boyfriend now.
The plan. I also don't have a boyfriend at the moment, okay? We're keeping all options open. We don't know. And then
Shisugi's eyes light up and she says, listen, if it's, no matter what your clan says, just go for it, okay? That's fine.
Okay, thank you, Shisugi.
Love always wins.
Listen, can I...
You got two people to support you now. And three. Easy
to yells excitedly, just on the excitement.
All right, I get very blush in the face. Okay, guys, this is not what I came here for. All right, I was asking because I'm really trying to amp up my combat abilities. I'll be honest, compared to my two teammates, especially after seeing them in the chunin exams, I feel like I'm a little lacking, and I was wondering if I could maybe, if you happen to have any special weapons that involved poison, or just poison that I could apply to weapons or something like that. Anything of that nature?
He says, yes, I have poison that you could apply to weapons, but it is quite dangerous, as you might imagine. It's not as simple as just slapping it onto the weapon. There's a whole process, a very delicate process.
And that makes sense. So a couple questions. One, let's say I create this weapon and, make it poisonous. Do I have to keep reapplying this poison? I'm assuming it's kind of how it works.
He says something as soon as
I didn't know if she had like a
poison section.
I didn't know if she would have any kind of poison, like, special weapon thing I wanted to worry about, or, like, how all that worked.
Yeah. So, she says you would need to apply the poison, and the poisons can be fairly expensive. It's the issue. Normally, for a normal person, it would take quite a bit of time and effort, but I could train you to do it faster and more reliably.
Okay, so quick question, Hudson. This is kind of out of game. Or out of character. So, like, for the Hunter's Creeds, there's, like, I originally chose Blade Warden. If I were to train with her, would you allow me to swap to Undertaker to then become more of a poisonous one? And I'll give up my, like, Blade Warden abilities for it. Just to go more poison.
Yeah, sure. That makes sense.
That's why I'm not trying to go like OP and like keep my Blade Ward and stuff. Like I'll drop that, but then go into like the poison aspect.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I definitely like I guess kind of back in. Okay, Shisugi, I honestly want to train with you, and I'm sure as you've heard, we have the last round of the chunin exams coming up, and I know we've had our differences and our things, but I would genuinely love it if you would let me work with you and you teach me what you know. And before she answers, I kind of pull out my bag of crystals, and I'm like, and honestly, not even as a bribe, you can have these. I'm tired of holding on to them anyway. Whether you let me train with you or not. And I just kind of give them to her. It is low-key bribing, but like I'm going to tell her it's not.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Let's see, I don't get plus anything with explaining.
8.
Yes, sir.
So persuasive.
Shisugi sort of looks at you and she says, "It sounds to me like you're more interested in becoming an undertaker. Would that be accurate?"
Yeah. If I'm being honest with you, yeah, that's it.
She says, "In that case, there's no sense in wasting time with me. I mean, I could teach you about poisons, but that's a particular sort of style of fighting that I'm not as familiar with. I definitely did not train in it.
Okay.
However, I could get a certain someone to help you out with it." And she sort of gets an evil grin on her face.
I'm a little concerned with this smile you're giving me, Shisugi, but, keep on going.
She says, "I'll be taking the crystals because it's going to take quite a bit of money to pay this person.
Hey, you take them, Shisugi. Like I said, they're yours.
But I think that I could convince him. We're all friends after all."
Oh, well, thanks. That would mean the world to me.
She nods and says, "All right, he'll meet you outside of town midday every day in the training."
All right, sounds good. And I guess
She
Go.
gives you just a big old smile and says, "Best of luck, Arata."
All right. Well, now you're making me worried. But thank you anyway, Shisugi. I appreciate the help. And see you later, Suiko. As I walk out.
Okay. Suiko, is there anything you'd like to buy real quick, or was that just an excuse to be there?
To tease Arata about his boyfriend, yeah. No, yeah, I'm gonna buy things. We're allowed to use items during the fight, right?
You're not allowed to use consumable items like blood pills.
Oh, okay. But what about like fire bombs and Yeah.
No, you can't use those either unless they're part of a jutsu.
well, frick.
Yeah, the
There
one
goes
girl,
that.
the one girl that did it to me, it was like an explosive tag jutsu she had.
Oh, right. Well, there goes my idea. All right. Well. Okay.
The idea is that you can't buy your way into becoming a jutsu.
Yeah,
Makes
that's
sense.
fair, that's fair. Okay, well, then I wave bye to Shisugi. I'm like, I just wanted to mess with Arata. He's out, Shisugi. I wish you the best. You're the coolest.
Shisugi says, "Hey, I hear that you've made up with your clan."
Yeah. Kind of seeing how it will go. If it goes horribly, then I'm bailing and moving in with Kenjiro, whether he likes it or not. But we'll see how it goes. I'm being cautious.
Shisugi nods and says, "That's good, because it will end horribly, but when it does, I'll be here."
Oh, you and Kenjiro, you both seem to think that's the way it's going to go. Making me really paranoid. But you know what? I'm glad I got 2 people on my side then.
All right, so Suiko heads out. I'm disappointed that she wasn't able to buy a bunch of fire bombs, apparently.
I really wanted those fire bombs.
Well, you can always buy them for the next mission. All right, so Arata, we'll just do this real quick. I find it fun.
Because I find it fun.
Yeah. Shizuki's really concerning me with her whole smirk nonsense going on.
Yes. The cult.
I was gonna say not these people again, bro.
Yasugi is not a cultist. Calm down.
I'm sorry.
In any case, you guys are just sort of waiting there on the stump, just sort of practicing throwing some kunai and stuff. Santos with his sight. When you hear a voice like right at your ear, Arata,
Okay.
and it says, "Gotta pay more attention than that."
I immediately jump out of fear and I'm like, who the hell is that?
So you look around behind you. There's no one there. However, as you look back, there is an Anbu in front of you.
Ooh. Okay. His
apparently,
stance is so funny. I love imagining him just standing there like that. Just like
Just-
Oh, I was still looking at the Colt. I was like, who? I get
Oh, is the
that.
call still here? Oh, I didn't delete that.
Yeah.
The Anbu just sort of he says, "Wow, well, I guess you really are the heir of a great clan. Normally, anyone who sees an Anbu, any ninja who sees an Anbu behind them, well, they're quite a bit more frightened. That's fine. That's fine. You'll have time to learn." In any case,
Good.
I hear that you're interested in learning some of our techniques. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I was talking to Shisugi about some poison stuff, and she kind of got out of me that I was looking to become a bit of an undertaker and referenced me to you.
He says, "Well, we can certainly help you with that."
So I just kind of clap my hands together. I'm like, so when do we start?
He says, "We already have."
Right, like the whole scaring the shit out of me thing? Like, was that the beginning, or what are we...
No. The beginning was when I poisoned your tea earlier this morning.
Okay, no. Pause, though. What do you mean by that?
He sort of like looks up at the sun and he says, "Could be any second now."
Okay. Is there like an antidote that I need to find, or...
He says, "Just a second."
Okay.
You want to make a Constitution saving?
Okay. Am I good at these? I don't think so. No, I'm not. Good lord, dude.
So you double over in pain
Okay.
as your stomach just sort of flares up in cramps.
Sweet.
The Ambu just sort of he puts a kunai up to your throat and he says, "Slash, slit, you're dead." So, what did we learn?
as I'm doubled over in pain, and I just go to not drink tea in the morning anymore.
Not unless you prepared it yourself and kept it alive.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. So when's the antidote coming?
Oh no antidote for you, my friend. That's one of the things you learn as an undertaker. Best not to rely on antidotes. Best to develop a natural immunity to these sorts of things.
Nice.
Okay, no, like for sure. Like I see where we're going with this, but how long does this last exactly?
He says, "Well, I guess we'll find out, won't we? All right, now get ready to fight." And you guys begin training.
Okay.
And mostly just beating you up, but
Okay.
doing the sort of moves and techniques that you would expect an undertaker to use.
Okay.
Providing you an excellent example as you're doubled over in pain.
All right.
All right, so Arata, well, actually, yeah, you successfully retrain. I won't have you roll for that. You
Okay,
do have a
cool.
good teacher. That's not quite as extensive as what those guys were doing.
No, yeah, that's why I know I'm not like learning anything new, but
Right. You're basically sort of learning a new style, kind of forgetting your old one a little bit, or at least not sort of not practicing it as much.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the month moves along, towards the end, you each receive an invitation, messaged from Uzumaki Yuhara, inviting you to the Uzumaki bathhouse. The night before, well, actually, probably like 2 days before the final round, or the second round of the June tournament.
All of us get this invitation?
All of you get it. I don't know if they do mail, but you get it in the mail.
Email
Okay.
here.
It's by air pigeon.
Yes.
Hey,
My little
they have
dogs.
they have the little birds in the show that like transfer from village to village. This is canon.
Delivery pigeon.
Yeah.
You get a
Oh,
delivery pigeon.
Can I keep
Would
the
you guys like to go?
What is it? Sorry, I was reading the poison stuff because I'm trying to get caught up on that 100%. What are we doing?
There's you received an invitation from Uzumaki Yuhara to the Uzumaki Palace. One of the nights close to the tournament, but not the night.
Yeah, I definitely go. And because of my training, I'm now terrified to eat and drink anything there.
Okay. I will say, as part of your training, I mean, he does like literally just feed you little bits of poison. I mean, just to get you being
Okay, like a basic immunity to it.
Caught up.
right.
Okay.
Yeah, I will. I guess I'll go. Yeah.
Yeah, we all go as a team. Heck yeah.
All right. So let's place you guys on the map here. As you arrive, you guys can't see anything.
Everything's
Ooh.
black.
Yeah.
That's not
Excellent.
Excellent.
Going according to plan.
Okay, yeah, I'll have to read how poisons work because I have an idea. Oh, I should have bought a poison kit. I'll do that later.
I think you have one because of the hermit thing. If we're still counting that.
Did it come with one?
I think so.
It did. You're right. This is what I keep you around for.
I only know that because it's been in my inventory for every session. I've never used it.
I can use it now. Boom.
In any case, you guys all arrive together on a moonlit night. You head on inside. Maybe. There you go. Uzumaki Kira is there. She is the attendant of the bathhouse, or at least one of them. She says, "Oh, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. Congrats on the chunin exam, by the way."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Heck yeah.
She gives Suiko a little wink and she says, "I hear maybe you'll be coming here more often. It's a good place for Uzumakis to hang out."
Yeah, looks like it.
She says, "Well, in any case, girls on the left, boys on the right. And just to be clear, for the purpose of this, everyone is wearing bathing suits, so it's not literal."
Okay.
I am still fully dressed.
Is Than? I kind of walk up to Kira. I'm like, so are like dogs allowed? How does that work here?
She said, "Not normally, but you are paid quite a bit for this, so yeah, it's fine. We'll clean the pools afterwards."
Awesome, Dan, you can come. He's excited, hops on the shoulder, and walks in with me.
Before she like runs forward and just starts petting him before he hops on. Oh, so cute.
He loves it. He rolls over on his back, just waiting for the belly rubs.
She gives him belly rubs. She says, "Much friendlier than Aries."
Oh, you have no idea.
In any case, I need to go to the bathroom real quick, but I'll be right back.
Well,
Hey, me too. Bye.
Convenient.
Convenient.
Bro, I'm between two jutsus right now, and I hate that I went to Jiraiya's thing because now there's so many.
I'm just excited to use poisons. Although I kind of have to figure this out, like, exactly how it works. Because I have... Like, I don't understand, like, how I subject someone to the poison. Like, can I just pour it on my knife as, like, a bonus action, I guess? I don't know.
We can read about it.
Which, I mean, I'm assuming right now it doesn't matter, and I'm assuming we won't start fighting till next week, so...
Say that.
Do what?
Also, for the Mud Wolf thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's 20 hit points plus 5d4 plus 5, and its armor class is 18 for the DC modifier. But I didn't think about this, and I can just summon a pack of them. It's kind of hype.
That is sick.
You're gonna summon a pack of cats?
A pack of wolves, you delinquent. Actually, no, they would be cats.
Oh, this is so cool because a lot
Yeah,
of these
we're-
poisons you have to get in different ways. Like one of them, you have to literally extract from a dead or incapacitated poisonous snake. So I'm gonna have to like take time to get some of these.
I'm between two. There's like one jutsu that you can form a weapon with, and you immediately become proficient in it.
Mm-hmm.
It does 2d8 plus your ninjutsu, so it'd be 8. And I could probably. I'm wondering if I could make a bow.
I just want to eventually get Malice, which was Sasori's poison. That'll kill anyone if they don't get saved in 72 hours.
Oh, it's the Sasori's poison.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, but that's the one I told you. It can't be saved by anything less than an S rank.
Damn.
Although I have a
Goddamn.
feeling I'm not going to be allowed to touch that poison for a while. So
A while.
Alright, so I'm back. Each of you goes into your respective changing rooms.
Bye, guys. Try not to have too much fun.
Bye. I go teehee.
sorry.
Let's be clear, I did not do that. It's not a character.
Sorry, Than. I don't have a bathing suit for you. Otherwise, this would be cute as hell.
I was gonna say, bro, I feel like theirs is slightly bigger than ours.
This is sexist.
Um,
Oh, not Haruto. I didn't want to have this conversation. Yeah, my dog peed on you. I'm sorry.
It was in the heat of the moment.
I feel bad because you're actually a really good fighter.
He attacked us first. He deserved to get peed on.
Yeah, but that was part of the mission. I didn't have to pee on him.
Hey, we're not talking.
the pools of the bathhouse are glowing a light with appears to be chocolate. The Uzumaki springs famously are fed by a deposit of chocolate crystals.
Hey, what are those two going all the way up there?
Yeah, I saw that. Dun, 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 dun.
I guess I just keep walking up.
Or we go. Sorry, I did not realize we were moving. I was just kind of.
You're just vibing down
Yeah.
there at the entrance.
Yeah,
Well, look who it is.
I'll say I'm walking with Izuto. Me and Than.
Oh yeah, doesn't
Um,
Hyuga-
I'll say as Suiko is sort of walking up, she sees Hyuga Harumi first. She sort of stands up and sort of walks over to you. She looks like she is sort of blushing. You can't tell if it's from the heat of the springs or what. But she sort of gives you a quick little bow, and she says, "I apologize for treating you badly."
Aw, that's so freaking nice. Thank you. No harm done, man. I really appreciate the apology.
She nods. Listen, well, you're pretty cool. That's all. And she quickly sort of turns around and walks away, heading into the spring.
Poggers.
Poggers.
In any case, the males of the group, you head up to see Kenji, Aries, and Haruto, sort of chilling in the spring there. Kenji sort of waves at you, Arata, and he says, "Hey, listen, where you been? I figured you'd be training with your pops."
I was getting some training. Just doing a little stuff on the side, but I decided to go a little out of family for this one.
Kenji
As I
looks a
kinda
little
step in.
concerned. He says, "I feel like feel like you're trying to pull one over on me."
Oh, listen, I'm not trying to pull one over on you. Just prepping like everybody else is. I just figured I know most of what my dad could teach me. Really the most he could do is teach me another jutsu near one I already have, or maybe up my strength a little bit. So I wanted to see what else there was.
Teach you how to be angry.
Exactly.
Kenji shrugs and he says, "All right, well, I mean, best of luck, I guess."
Hey, you as well.
Yeah, sure. Haruto says, I'm sure that it'll be a great fight, guys. I mean, both of you are so strong. You know, I
Thanks,
wish that I had
Haruto.
a chance to prove my strength too, but unfortunately,
Hey, Haruto, listen, you'll get him next time. You're a new Chiha, man. Like, come on.
I scoff.
Arthur doesn't notice. He grins and sort of glows a little bit at Arata's encouragement. He says, "Hey, if it's coming from the heir of the Inazuka clan, you must be right."
Yes, sir. Okay, question. Does he not remember the pee incident? Or did he not know? Because this is important. As to how
you have no idea.
Okay, I'm just gonna not mention it then. And I'm just gonna leave it be.
See, we have a legendary Sonnen dynamic of Arata kind of being like Jiraiya-esque and
100%,
Suga being like
yeah.
Tsunade-esque. And my inner Orochimaru really wants to ask Haruto that his eyes are pretty, and I want him, but I'm not going to do that.
That's funny.
We do a bit of a Sonic situation. That's great.
Okay. So Suiko, you see Aburame Aya. She's just sort of like in the trees that sort of separate the two portions of the mountain house.
Weird ass.
She glances over at you as you approach, but then she just looks back into whatever she's looking at.
Fair. Girl's going introvert. All right, I try to give her a polite wave and then continue on my way.
I will continue on my way. I do not stay in the pool with Haruto.
I want to get all the way up north. How do
I'm
I
gonna
get
vibe
up
with
there?
these guys.
You stay by me.
As you approach, Yuhara sort of looks over at you and she says, "Listen, when you and your team are ready, we were going to go meet up at the northern pool, where Naki and Sanakagiri are.
Okay, sounds good. Should we go up there now or?
Yuhara sort of looks over at Nariba and shrugs. She says, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Cool. Party at the northern pool. Hey, what's up, Nara?
Sakagiri looks over at you and he says, "Suiko, best of luck with your match." Well, and he looks over at Yuhara and he says, "Not too much luck. 50-50, that's what they said, right?"
Yeah, that's what they say. Good luck to you too.
He grins and says, "Thanks. I think I got a pretty good plan, though. I don't need luck."
Who are you fighting again?
What was that?
Who is he fighting in the match?
Oh, gee.
Oh, sorry. You don't have to answer that if you have to look through a bunch of notes.
He said, "Oh, gee."
Oh, I can just look at he is fighting Futon Shikitsu. She's the acid boiling lady.
That's right. The fucking
Yikes.
May.
Try not to get hit by that acid, dude.
He nods his head and he says, "Hey, I got such beautiful skin. I want one."
Exactly.
So Izuto, as you're approaching this pool with this singular old man, just sort of sitting in it, legs splayed wide, like not a care in the world. He sort of gives you a wave.
I give him a wave back.
He says,
Okay.
"Hey kid, feel like giving an old man a massage?"
I'm gonna have to do a hard pass on that, Chief. But hey, listen, I understand you're older. If you have any, advice for a youngin' like me, I don't know your rank or anything, I'd be more than willing to hear. But I think I'm gonna have to pass on the massage.
He says, "Well, listen, I feel like you're whoever your sensei is, you should just listen to them in all things. Really, take to heart whatever advice he has to give you. He probably knows best."
Right. Yeah.
You should probably try to compliment him. He's probably feeling underappreciated.
Right. So
Just-
Kenjiro, are you gonna be? So are you gonna come out of there? Or...
he sort of he looks surprised for a moment, and he says, "Oh man, how did I gave it away? Huh? Uh, no, don't tell anyone else. I got a whole pool to myself up here."
No, secret's safe with me, man. Don't worry about it. Listen, now that I know you're not a creepy guy, I'll give you a massage until Arata comes back.
He says, "No thanks. If it was like Thanatos or something, maybe."
Yeah, fair enough. All right,
Nice.
I will take this big pool to myself, and I will wait for Arata.
I'm just up here partying.
I was gonna say, do these guys know that there's a thing up there? Because if I don't know that this thing is happening up there, I'm just gonna chill with these guys.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys wait for a little bit, Yuhara sort of whispers something to Nariba, and Nariba does, somewhat reluctantly, call out. He says, "Arata, Thanatos, Izuto, and Kenjiro, wherever you went, please come up here."
I just go, ugh.
My ears kind of perk up. Did Nariba just call me by name?
She did,
I
along with literally everyone.
well, but that's not important. Okay, that is besides the point.
Ugh, this again.
All right, guys, I guess we'll head up there, huh? Do y'all know what's going on as we're kind of walking?
Kenjiro, who does poof out of his previous form, shrugs and he says, "I imagine the same thing the male as you guys, strangely."
All right, fair enough. Step up.
Sakagiri sort of stands to the side along with Naki.
Wait,
and
did she call Kenji and Haruto or no?
She called. Everyone's there who should be there. It's just
okay.
you guys.
Okay.
Chilling
You
in the
are?
pool. I'm tired.
By the way, I'm like, what the hell are you doing here, Kenjiro?
Kenjiro shrugs and he says, "I was invited by her." He points at you.
All right, you take the lead.
Kenjiro says, "No, dude, you're clanmate. You're idiot.
He shoves me back up there.
You're trying to palm this off on me." Yuhara shakes her head and she says, "It's nothing. It's nothing like that. Listen, I wanted to throw this as sort of an apology. I realize that I've maybe been a little bit mean to Suiko and to your squad as a whole. I know that you're accepted by the clan now, Suiko, but I just wanted to say that I think maybe I thought that was a little more important than it really should have been. I didn't recognize you for your strength, and I also want to apologize to Kenjiro because I thought that he was kind of useless because of what I heard about him. And I don't think a useless person could train a team like you guys. So I just wanted to say sorry."
Gosh darn, I really appreciate that. Thank you for coming forward and apologizing. Also, can I ask what brought this song? I mean, like, I appreciate it, but, like, anything specific that brought this on?
She nods and says, "I mean, I was pretty awful, I realize now. It was mostly just how cool you are about everything. I thought, if I was in your shoes, I think I'd be a lot madder than you are. And that is a humbling thought."
Well, gosh darn. Everyone's being so nice today.
She nods and says, "Harami, to be clear, I had to speak with her. This was my idea, not hers. But, I mean, she..."
Oh, he's alive.
Thank goodness. Yeah, it's just, you get one of them per turn.
Sorry
you
about the
okay?
moment.
There are certain conditions that take it away, like the dazed condition. If you recall, you inflicted that on some people. That prevents you from taking a bonus action. Yeah.
So if they're dazed, that prevents my bonus action?
No, if you're dazed.
If I'm dazed. Okay, that makes more sense.
I'm just,
Okay.
I'm just trying to imply there are certain things that affect bonus action. It's
Okay.
not, it's mostly just like an option that you can just do.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we unpaused? Are you good, Blzane?
I'm good now.
Okay.
I should be good to finish now because it usually doesn't happen within the same hour. So
Well, I was just So I thank Yuhara for her apology, and I'm like you. I look forward to our fight. You and the Hyuga have a lot of promise, and I look forward to seeing how you guys grow.
Yuhara nods and she says, "Yeah, I mean, yeah. Obviously, this doesn't take away anything from our fight, but I hope it won't be in bad blood."
It won't. It definitely will not.
She looks like bashful for a moment, and she says, "All right, well, that's what I had to say. Um, you're welcome to come and have some food with us if you want." So we go. She heads off.
Woo! Is that the end of the party?
Nariba sort of goes over to Arata, and Kenjiro sort of takes one look and he says, "Yep, I'm out of here."
Wait, Kenjiro, no!
They both.
Kenjiro points at you and he says, "Hey, there's a girl in the men's area."
Wait, you cut off for me. What did he say?
Wait, what did he say?
Girls in the men's area.
You're on for that, Kenjiro.
I immediately just move my positioning and just go here, and I'm just like twiddling with like my iron sand, just making random things.
So is Nariba still in a bad mood, or is she like?
Yeah, we'll find out.
I wanted to know if I could tease her about her competition, but I will back up with Izuto.
Okay. So Nariba, she walks over to Arata. You see, still on her forehead is a very prominent scar now, where Lily pushed her thumb into her.
Mm-hmm.
Nariba says, "Hey, Arata. Sorry if I was kind of weird earlier."
It's all good. It happens. I was a little concerned there for a bit, but it was rough out there for a little bit.
She nods and says, "Yeah, that's an understatement. just to give you a sense of things, I wasn't really like, you read about things and like you hear about things, but then when you actually experience it, it's like anything that you thought you knew, it's not real anymore,
Yeah, I mean, that is, life hits you sometimes.
She nods and she says, "Yeah, life never really hit me until Lily came along."
Gotcha. I see. Well, I mean, hey, at least y'all got enough scrolls. Y'all ended up making it work.
She nods. She says, "Yeah, I've kind of been thinking about that too. Like, I want to be a chunin and stuff, but like, I don't know where I want to end up. I don't know if I want to be a ninja necessarily. I wonder if there's something else that I haven't even that I thought. I mean, we're just kids. How are we supposed to know what we want to do?"
Listen, you have no idea. Between my mom and my dad, between us, a lot more my dad, there's quite a lot riding on my shoulders in that area, so I know what you mean. It's hard to know what you want. Between me and you, I'm still switching up a lot of what I'm even doing as a ninja, so I get it. Hey, there's plenty of things you can do besides being a ninja. You could be, someone in the medicine side. You could just be a shopkeeper. You could do. There's so many other things you can do that still help the world.
Nariba grins and she says, "Oh, just a shopkeeper, huh? I'll be sure to tell Shisugi."
No, please. Okay, listen. Me and Shisugi are okay. Thank God, because I don't need Shisugi to have any other reason to dislike me.
Nariba says, "Well, listen. I mean, like I said, I've just been thinking. I'm definitely going to try to follow my path on the ninja way a little longer, at least, just because I've invested so much into it. But, I mean, in terms of the future," she shrugs and she says, "I mean, I still think you're really cool, Arata. But, I mean, would you be okay with, dating someone who doesn't necessarily want to be a ninja?"
Immediately, because that's the first time she's brought that word up, face is just beat red, and I'm just like hand on the head, just like, yeah, no, like I wouldn't have a problem at all, you know. And I'm just like completely just speed talking through everything at this point. It's like, no, yeah, that'd be cool. Like I wouldn't have a problem with it personally. Like as long as you don't have a problem with it, I'm fine with it, and like that's totally cool. That's fine.
Hear me in the distance, dork.
Yeah,
I immediately, since I have the thing for chakra hands because of the G-Ton thing,
right.
my hands just pick up Than and give it to Suiko so she stays quiet.
I am immediately distracted by cute dog.
I give a thumbs up to Arata.
I appreciate it. You sounded very much like an character. She's a pretty somewhat flustered herself. Maybe not quite as much as Arata. But she says, all right, cool. Well, you know, we'll probably won't have too much time to spend with each other with the whole chunin thing, assuming we both make it, of course.
Well, I mean, hey, well, that, yeah.
When we're both in town, yeah.
Yeah, listen, yes, that's what I was thinking. Listen, we're on the same page, okay? Maybe we could get food again and like go on another date together, you know?
She says, hey, if we save up enough money, maybe we can rent out the hot springs just for us.
That would be so cool. I would love to do that. I really would. What's up, Kenjiro? Oh, wow. Okay, I'll be right there. Don't get me wrong, Reba. I love that idea. I have to go help Kenjiro out. He's being really weird. But no, I'll see you again. Thanks. Bye. Just like very. I'm clearly very happy, but very flustered, and I just like run away to go towards Kenjiro.
Okay. Nariba sort of waves after you and says, "All right, see you later, Arata."
Bye. So I run away.
As Nariba's like slowly walking away, or I guess walking back towards her group, I like kind of look over her because I'm like sitting down, just kind of twiddling with the sand, and I kind of look over her and I was like, "Don't think about Lily too much, man. She's a pushover. Just trying to boost her confidence up."
Reba looks at you and she says, "Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of people are pushovers to you, Izuto."
I just give a soft chuckle.
In any case, she heads back down. Naki walks over to Izuto, and she says, "Hey, Izuto, good luck on your match."
Good luck on yours. Got any plans coming up? What have you been doing?
She says, "I mean, I know what Nariba's all about. She's been talking to us about it." And Sakagiri sort of nods. He says, "I mean, honestly, it just has made me kind of more certain that being a ninja is what I want to do, you know?"
I understand that. I don't know where I'm going yet with my life, but my parents would have wanted me to be ninjas like they were, so that's just what I'm following right now.
Naki nods and she says, "Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what my parents would have wanted for me, but I think just the people I need to protect, and being a ninja is a good way to do that. That's all."
No, I couldn't agree more.
Okay. Sakagiri heads off, saying goodbye and chilling in the pool.
I still have
Naki she slinks into the water near you, Izuto, and just starts chatting with you, basically. Is there anything else anyone would like to do? Anyone people want to talk to, or anything like that?
While I'm here with Naki, I more or less have the conversation of like, hey, whenever you're in town, let's like grab something.
Okay.
I realize I left Than and run up out of
Fine.
fear. And I interrupt Izuto and Naki for a second. I'm like, where's Than?
And you both look and I'm gone.
My chakra hands push him off this little waterfall into the pool.
And that's fair. And I realize I get up and I'm like, oh shit. So I just sprint to the front.
And I just go, sorry about the interruption.
Me and Than are in the pool chilling and having a good
They
time.
allow you to like wash him, and he like plays around in the water.
Yes, wonderful.
Naki responds to you, and she says, "I thought you never asked."
What'd you say?
She says, "I thought you never asked."
It's all right. I'm not the most socially adept person, so
She
sorry if
shrugs.
it's taken a while.
She says, "Hey, neither am I. Hey, at least we aren't blushing like those two I love."
Oh God, tell me about it.
Dude, Arata just gets shit talked all the time.
To be clear, we're also shit talking to Reba, so.
I know.
In any case, the night passes with Arata panicking until he finally realizes Suiko. And you guys spend one last sort of hopeful, optimistic, nothing but the future ahead of us night. Possibly one of the last ones of your lives.
Oh God.
And Izuto, you're
Rest
not coming out.
in pieces.
Bleeding out.
So we will begin. The fall days pass and the tournament comes all too soon. You all meet up at the Konoha Arena. Izuto and Suiko probably have never been there before. Arata would have been there at least once or twice, probably for previous chunin exams, going there to observe it with his family, the matches.
Goddamn rich boy.
However,
Don't be mad, get glad.
it's got to be somewhere. I know it's around here somewhere.
While you're looking for it, this pool map is really dope. I just noticed like the signs in the water.
Oh yeah, there's a great map. I got a Patreon. That's right.
Yeah, it looks so dope.
Oh, that's
in
what I'm
any
talking about.
You guys arrive a little bit late as you had to wake up Suiko again, Mr. Alarm Clock.
God damn it, Suiko.
Ken with this shit.
One job.
Hey. Hey. Listen,
Hey.
I set like 10 alarms and none of them woke me up, alright?
At least you're honest.
In any case, the initial sort of ceremonial proceedings are sort of going on as everyone is sort of some people are eating, some people aren't. The losers of the first round are here as well, just here to observe. They're in the sort of the same area. Yeah, thank you. If you could put people back up to full if they aren't, whatever reason.
Yeah, I was about to say, did someone attack them?
Yeah, big fights have already.
There was a big food fight, let me tell you.
Azura is there, sort of at the center, giving announcements and sort of announcing the matches for the day, and welcoming different nobles to the tournament. However, towards the end, she finally wraps up, and she says, "Without further ado, please welcome the 8th Hokage." And the Hokage steps out onto the field. And he sort of raises his hands up. Still a fairly solemn look on his face, the same look that he basically always has, at least from your experience. And he says, "Welcome everyone to the, well, this would be like the 80th chunin exams." We'll go with that. These genin have worked hard to get here today. Please applaud them for their efforts in keeping the ninja world safe and their unending desire to bring peace to every land and prosperity to all of its people. And the crowd sort of claps, some with more enthusiasm than others. The Hokage sort of gives everyone a nod, and he says, "May the first match commence." And he heads back up to the top of one of the buildings there, where he observes along with some of the other nobles and clan heads. You do see in the crowd, Arata, your parents. And Izuto, you do see the dosho, the priest, and a number of the orphans there as well, and sort of the common stands.
Yay!
Yuhara, Suiko, your father unfortunately could not attend. He had an important business meeting, and he sort of says to you before you leave, best of luck, and oh, I hate seeing my little girl all beaten up, and he gives you sort of a hug.
Aw.
You get the sense he doesn't really have an important business meeting. He just doesn't. He doesn't have the temperament to watch it.
He does. Aw, that's adorable. I take it in good stride. I'm like, yeah, don't worry. I'll be fine.
Both of our parents aren't here, Suiko. How convenient.
Lamau.
Classic. In any case, the first round is between Nara Sakagiri and Futan Shikitsu.
Get him, Shinsuke.
Azura stands in the center, sort of keeping everybody on their sides. The fight begins. Shikitsu charging forward, and Nara Sakagiri immediately bolting to the trees. She continues, but sort of slides to a halt, and she looks a little freaked out. You hear Sakagiri calling out something, some sort of taunting, but you can't make out the words. She steps forward looking pretty pissed, and begins casting these large boiling acid jutsus sort of all around her, creating a fog cloud. You see Sakagiri just reposition calmly as she bursts from the fog cloud towards him. He just keeps running. She keeps casting these bits of boiling cloud, but he just keeps running. You hear her calling after him angrily. He ignores her, just keeps running. They go around in a whole circle, leaving clouds of this acid, eating away some of the vegetation and tree shrubs. As they get back to this area where Sakagiri started, he dives into the boiling cloud of acid. Nice. She follows him in, and you hear a sharp cry as Sakagiri steps out of the cloud. The cloud clears up, and there is Shikitsu with a bunch of kunai and shuriken stuck in here. You're not entirely sure how.
That's my little smart boy.
Sakagiri, you hear him call out, "Do you yield?" Shikitsu grits her teeth and just casts another jutsu. This time, he does some hand signs. A shadow stretches out towards her. She's too weak to resist, having lost some blood. Captures her and strangles her, similar to the last fight. The fight ends with Sakagiri victorious. Shikitsu is taken away by medical ninja, and he returns to the observation deck. His teammates gather around him and congratulate him.
He's just better.
Next up, Azura announces Kenji Inazuka versus Arata Inazuka.
Ooh.
Well, shit.
There they go.
As we're walking out, I do reach out for a little fist bump. I say, "May the best dog win."
He grins, says, "Well, so much for your chances." Bumps your fist.
Fair enough, brother.
In any case, you both head down, and if you want to place yourself over by that pool somewhere.
Yeah, shkabloop.
Kenji and Aries.
I say I want to measure it out.
The fight is started, so go ahead and roll initiatives.
Let's go.
Oh. That's funny.
We really got to be rolling 4 initiatives for a 1v1 fight.
And you won both of them. Oh yeah.
All right. First up.
I don't even know if you want to go first, but you did.
Yeah, it's fine in this instance. So using the newfound abilities that I have, every time I have a short rest, I can create this poison, these like vials of assassin's blood, and so I pull one out as my bonus action for the turn, and I kind of coat my knuckle blade with this poison, just real quick. I kind of pull it out, get it, and then let's see, how far away are you? Bloop. Oh, you are very far away. Okay. I say in that case, I will run my. All right, so I will go ahead and move 35 feet. I will go there. Yeah, we'll go there. All right, I will go there, and then I will stop there, and I will. So if you take the dodge action, that's when it's hard for them to like hit you, right? Like they'll be at disadvantage trying to hit me.
Correct. He'd have disadvantage on attack.
Okay, I will take the dodge action, and then Than will pretty much follow. I mean, like then Than's turn. He'll kind of follow with the same thing, except he will go ahead and immediately poof, big smoke cloud, turn into a mimic of me, using his beast human clone.
Okay.
And
All right,
then be right by me. And he will he will do a dodge action as well.
Okay. Kenji, he activates his 4 legs technique, and moves forward. He will go ahead and attempt to do a tunneling thing.
Cringe.
Right into you. He will have disadvantage on the attack. He sort of calls out to Ares, let's end this quick.
Ooh, who's the better in Izuka? You or Hudson?
Me or Hudson.
So
Shit, bro.
Damage, he does hit you, surprisingly.
Yeah, I can only go to 20 of substitution jutsu. All right, fair enough.
For 13 points of damage, which I guess that's kind of average. Ares, he becomes a clone as well. That's a bonus action for him too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So he charges forward and he will do a tunneling fang. You hear Kenji say, just take him out. Don't worry about Thanatos. He will attempt to hit as well. And
bro, chill.
Not tonight. For 14 points of damage.
God bless. You love to grip and rip me at the beginning of every fight. Holy.
Don't worry, they're front loaded.
Those are lucky rolls. I'll admit it. In any case, Arana, you have a brief moment here to turn things around.
Okay. No, so I will. I guess that's fine. So since I'm right next to him, I'm going to bonus action to steady aim, so I'll gain advantage on my hit. And then I will charge up a... Oh, wait, that is my bonus action. Just kidding. I can't shock or blow. Yeah, I'll gain advantage on the hit, because hitting with the poison's more important right now. Alright, so yeah, I just pull out my knuckle blades. I'm like, alright, solid first hit, but now it's my turn as I swipe at him. So happy my dodge did absolutely nothing.
Watch the two net ones in a row here. Oh, no.
Easiest crit of my life. Okay.
You definitely hit.
All right, so so the poison. Let me pull it up again. I'll say I wrote it down on my character things right here. So he's gonna have to do a DC 12 Constitution save, and he's gonna take 2d6 poison. If he succeeds, then he takes half. But if he fails, then he's poisoned for like 24 hours.
So
Okay, he does succeed. So for the poison, it'll be not a d26, rather. Alright, so that's poison damage.
Okay. He sort of cringes as your knuckle blades pierce his skin. He clearly is like suffering some of the same stuff that you suffered in your month of training.
Imagine not being able to handle that. All right, and then because I have, oh, I don't have sneak attack because Dan's not there. Son of a bitch. Okay, this is so bad. All right, D6 plus 3, I suppose. Oh wait, do I get my? When you're rolling for attack, you get your weapon, and then you get your dex, and then do I get my proficiency or no? I forget how that works.
Not on the damage.
Not on it. Okay.
No, the additional 5 points.
And then last question: does the poison stay on my blade, or like once I hit, does it go away? Because it doesn't really say. It just says I can pour it on my blade as a bonus action, or like I can put it on my blade.
I would probably interpret that to mean that once
Like after the hit. Okay.
It's used by the hit. But what's the name of the thing? It's like what's the name of the feature?
Assassin's Blood. Oh, the feature is Poisonous Embrace.
Oh, okay. So for the vial, I believe it's 2 uses per vial. So you get 2 of these vials, so you get 4 of the attacks, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this one, it'll last for 1 more attack, and then you'll need to use your bonus action to apply it again.
To apply it again. Okay, makes sense. Gotcha, it's 2 uses. Okay, cool. Gotcha. All right. All right. So I turn and look at Than. I'm like, hey, you heard the plan straight from Kenji himself. So he will go ahead and start rapidly spinning, and then kind of come to the outside here, and try to kaboom him with a good ol', as he put it, a tunneling fan. At least we're not missing.
Okay, that'll hit. Roll damage. Okay, more powerful than Ares.
Perfectly average.
Yeah, perfectly average. Yeah, this is concerning though. Was he at 18?
Kenji is up next. He looks kind of bloodied from your 2 hits against him. He will go ahead and just try to attack you twice.
Excuse me.
Missing twice. He says,
"No, I'm fine."
Stand still.
Bro, how you miss when I don't have the dodge? Explain that to me.
Ares will attempt to attack you as well. Light attack. 18 to hit will hit.
I will sub out of that.
Yeah, I was about to recognize.
I would rather not take that damage, weirdly enough. So I will drop 5 chakra. And I guess I just kind of poof away as I pop out over here.
You could, well, I mean, it's up to you. You could move away if you wanted to. I don't know if you'd want to do that because of that advantage thing. It's up to you.
So I can still avoid it, but stay here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that
you
then.
Don't have to. You just can't.
Okay.
Arata, you're up next. You get the
All
sense that you have to take him out in this round,
All right,
probably.
what's he at? 18?
Take you out.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'll steady aim to get that advantage, because I need to hit. So I kind of line up and I'm like, I say, I hope you drank your tea this morning, just to confuse him, because he won't understand, but I will.
He's so confused.
As I swipe at him.
So confused.
His HP is 17, so that does hit.
Ooh.
No crit, that's fine.
Okay. I'll be
Alright.
ready. I
So
forgot about the for a second.
the poison roll will be this one, and he does need his con save. He does not get it. So he takes the full 4, and he's also poisoned for 24 hours. I don't exactly know what being poisoned does,
It's a condition.
but we can look into that. I don't know if it has a bunch of effect right now, but
I don't think it does. Yeah, they have disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
gotcha. And then I will roll here. Oh, wait, and then Than is there. Cool, so I get my 2d6. Nice. This is what I've been waiting for.
So he takes the 4 points of poison damage. Well, it
Sheesh.
doesn't matter. As with a big swipe of your knuckle blades, you punch the living daylight out of him.
Hell yeah.
And he thuds to the ground, sort of getting pushed away. Ares sort of running over to him and just sort of like covering his body protectively, sort of growling at you.
Do we call this, or do we keep going?
Azura appears in the arena,
Okay.
and she holds up a flag and she says, "And the winner of the second round of the tournament is Inuzuka Arata."
I told him to drink that tea.
In any case, Arata, you may return to the observation deck.
Hey, Izuto was right. They were front loaded.
Told you, bro. Told you.
That was the high damage fight. He's a striker, which is basically what you want. So, next up is Naki versus where is he? Ranton Sapachi. They both head down to the arena. Arata, if you want to move yourself.
Yes. Sorry, I was trying to find the poison condition to look at that for later.
Unless you want to get involved in this.
No, I'm good. My 9 health will take it happily upstairs.
As Naki is leaving, she looks over at you, Izuto, and she says, "Hey, give it to me straight. What do you think are my chances?"
Oh, come on. It's 100% to win.
She laughs and shakes her head, and she says, "Hey, we both know nothing's 100%."
Well, if you want to have a surprise when you come back.
She blushes a little bit at that, not probably misinterpreting you a little bit, but she nods all the same.
While they're fighting, I am paying attention, but I'm also really trying to figure out how to make like a little Naki figurine out of iron sand.
Okay, you make a jutsu check.
I do get advantage because it's my thing.
Also, apparently when someone's poisoned, they gain disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks, just so we know for the future.
Okay, it's a 21.
Okay. Yeah, you get a pretty darn good approximation. Not perfect, but pretty darn good. All right. So Naki figurine. In any case, the fight begins.
How quaint.
Ranton Sapachi, he just sort of stays back. He doesn't even move. He does some hand signs, and lightning or lasers shoot out from him towards Naki. You just watch Naki calmly. She sort of sets into a pose. She does some hand signs of her own. Right before the lasers hit, a cloud of shuriken fly through the air and sort of meet it just before it hits her. The lasers and the shuriken just sort of clash in the air there for a couple moments. And you know what? I will go ahead and roll for it. So, unless he gets a nat 20 as well. Sapachi, the lasers begin to falter and then disappear as the cloud of shuriken continue. He seems like kind of shocked that this happened. He tries to run off to the side, but the shuriken, there's too many of them. He still gets hit by a pretty powerful wave of them. Naki runs forward. He tries one more time to try to sort of turn things around, but Naki counters with her stance break That's not good.
I love the -+6.
Yeah, the -+6.
And you feel for a second, Izuto, that it's quite possible that you'd have a rougher time with Naki than you would with Lily, because Naki specializes against people who rely on ninjutsu.
Fun fight. Damn.
She overpowers his lasers again with just a cloud of shuriken, and this time the wave, it doesn't leave him quite down and out, but he raises a hand and says, "I forfeit." Naki, you see her like sort of punch the air, somewhat awkwardly, in pleasure as Azura announces her victory. Both of them return to the observation deck, with Ranton refusing medical assistance. He was wounded, but not incorrectly so.
Man, both walked out with full health. Good for them.
Well, Ranton probably took some damage.
Okay.
Naki sort of walks up to you. She says, "All right." She puts out a hand.
And I give her, it's a little figurine of her holding like a trophy, just like a classic little two-handle trophy. And she's like raising it up in the air with both arms, and I give it over to her.
Naki looks at it, and her eyes water for a moment. And she quickly like rubs any tears from her away. And she says, "Oh, yeah, thanks, Izuto. That's really cool. I don't think I've ever seen, well, I don't think anyone has ever." Okay. Thanks.
I just give her a little smirk and go, "Don't get soft on me like Arata and Nairobi. Come on."
She nods and she says, "I won't, but this is mine now." And she.
This is mine now. Thank you.
The next fight is between. Wait, who ended? Who you? Yeah. Okay. Between Yotan Kochu there and Hosada Matafusa. They both head down to the arena. Matafusa sort of gives you a big thumbs up, Izuto.
I give him a fist bump. It hurts my hand.
The fight begins. Yotan Kochu, she calmly sort of moves forward and begins casting lava all over the arena. Matafusa just goes straight to the pool, and you watch as he enters the water. He begins emerging from it at about like 3 times the size of his normal self.
No, for sure.
With just like these giant arms, and he just starts flinging these bullets of water at Kochu. She counters with her lava. The steam begins to fog up the arena as an incredible amount of both water chakra and fire chakra is released. It ends with both of them. His form gets smaller and smaller. You watch Kochu get more and more tired, the lava jutsu coming less and less powerful. Towards the end, they both end up like sort of at the edge of the pool here, and they both try to do one final hit at each other, just a standard taijutsu attack, and they both punch each other in the face, classic Naruto Sasuke style, and knock each other out. Azura, of course, comes down and declares the lack of a winner, and both of them are carted away by Medical Ninja.
Please be my buy round.
Suiko and Yuhara are declared as the next combatants. Actually, no, she's still over here. And I think this might be a good breaking off point for next time.
Yep.
Good with me.
So Suiko gets the cliffhanger this time. Don't expect Azura to stop the fight though this time. All right. Well, good stuff, guys.
Bang. That was fun.
Great session.
Yeah. This next session should be pretty crazy. So be ready.
I am prepped.
I
Hudson's trying to get rid of me, and I can acknowledge that, but he's not going to succeed.
Yeah, he's like, you're too powerful. You need to die.
Yeah, he's not gonna succeed.
You must die.
We'll get you.
I can't wait till Hudson sends me a text message just going, hey, just start making a new character, just like for next
Get
session.
that new character spreadsheet ready to go, please.
Just as a backup.
Just as a backup.
I will do my
Izuto's
due diligence on the poison. By the way, I will get
Oh,
a little
no
more.
worries. I was gonna. Well, yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was an option at first, so I didn't like put a bunch of time and effort into it. But now that I am, I will put a lot more effort into reading the poisons and learning them and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, it worked out. You won your fight.
Fuck it,
You won
dude.
your fight.
Again,
Bruh,
you
I
like to
didn't
put
think you
me.
were gonna.
I didn't think I was either, because you like to put me at negative amounts of health 2 seconds in, and it's like, oh, good luck, brother. What's-
If you die, you die.
It should not have been that tough of a fight for you, to be honest. You just rolled really, really well.
Yeah, I dodged, and both him and his
It's
dog
good.
both hit me, and then hit me hard. I was like, that was insane.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you got just enough to survive. Hey, it's supposed to be a 50-50 fight. So
That's true. We did make it a 50-50 fight. This is true. Made it interesting. I mean, I'm not going to tell him that. I'll be like, I let you get close, but it's fine.
all right. Well, all right. I'll see you guys next week.
Yes, sir.
All
See you,
right.
Hudson.
Yay.
Yeah.